the women's game to tomorrow and the like. So they're putting all the precautions in place and just hope that everybody can make it out there. It's a half-hour delay, so it won't start till 7:35 kickoff.
Okay, I'm going to get to that because that's a big game tonight. We'll talk about that. But how good's the Aussie pairing of Olivia Gadecki and Johnny Peers? Peers off. He won the Aussie Open Mixed Doubles Grand Slam title.
I can't believe we're in this position right now, but first of all, I'd like to thank our opponents for such a great match, and Peersy for wanting to play with me again this year. Thank you so much for letting me share the court with you, and to hold the trophy again this year is incredible. I knew we could do it, but I didn't think we could really do it, if you know what I mean. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It was such a special final, and to have you all here sharing it with us, we really appreciate it, so thank you.
Aussie winners, all Aussie team, that's fantastic. People are asking, how much do you get for the mixed double Grand Slam title win at the Aussie Open? 900,000.
It's a good payday.
450,000 each.
Yeah, nice payday.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I wonder how much they travel around the world, what their expenses would be like. You know, like any business, as you are in with complete windscreens, 82694444. But you have a debit and
ins
credit
and outs,
sheet,
yes, you do.
and your ins and outs for
above the line, below the line,
and for probably those sort of players. They would have a lot of outs. So to get a payday
that's
like
fantastic.
that, it could cover off a few years.
Well, just reading here quickly, so it can cost, if you're around the top 250, which is probably where, most of the players that are just trying to get by and will get as much
doubles. Yeah.
That's right. They're still incurring about $40,000 to $60,000 in annual expenses. That's flights, hotels, coaching, equipment, etc. So
and here's the thing.
So it's a lot lower than I thought.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You fly at the back of the plane. You can stay at a hostel.
They'd be flying at the back.
You can travel in an Uber. You don't have to wear a Rolex watch.
I remember talking to some tennis players of the 70s, and they used to try and get on to mates' relatives and all the rest of it, and try and get as close as they could to a tube station that would take them to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
How's that?
Find a way. If you're in the top 50, 60, though, you're probably going to go about $400,000, $500,000 with all the extra expenses that can come with it.
So you need to earn.
That's the higher level. Yeah.
Well, you got a coach, a physio, a trainer, a strapper, a hanger-onerer, a couple of girls. I mean, God, you can do what you want, can't you?
At the top level. At the top level.
That marriage did that. Yeah. He was all over the shop. 7:35 tonight, the Reds take on MacArthur. Tonight at Cooper Stadium. I'm calling it a must-win, Timmy. A must-win.
Here's Brodie Burkett.
Yes, definitely. It'll be a very hot one down by Coopers, and hopefully everyone comes down and supports us. Anyone can win games, so got to be on our toes.
Here it is. MacArthur are third on the ladder. Adelaide are fifth. Both have one goal difference.
Yeah, they do.
So there's nothing between them. We got a game in hand, and they're a point above us.
Correct.
But, oh, God, I'd love them to do this one.
Yeah, look, they've got a reasonable record at home at the moment, 5 out of 7. So at home is an advantage, and you want that as a club.
Last year we couldn't win at home.
Well, we started the first half year really well, second half not. But yeah, that is a vital win because I'll talk to Cozzy about it tonight. I just feel like there's a block of games here that can define us or deny us.
Yes. Yeah, it's
That's
getting that time, and you're hosting, and you'll be dribbling off at about 6:30. Well done. What's the name of the room you do for that?
It's the Conmore IT Club, and we have all the major sponsors in there, and the great supporters of Adelaide United.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're starting to sound like Wayne Phillips when you do that. That was a Wayne Phillips impersonation. Are you morphing into him, Timmy?
Yeah. What time is it? Is it 1:59?
No, you stand up at 7 p.m. for your 7 flags.
You need to. Yeah.
Minutes old at 7.
Yeah. He is the best, but he is the best host. I told you James is best and fairest at the Eagles. James won it. He interviewed him with it, and then he said, James, I'd like to pass your attention over to the big screens, thinking there'd be highlights of him. It was his hit to 159 when he made the ton.
That is classic.
True story.
Unbelievable.
I love him.
He's the best.
Crows held a gruelling match sim, if you like, or a mini practice match today. Josh Rochelle through the midfield, kicking 4.
I've been training there the whole pre-season in the mids group, and The last couple of seasons I've been there too, but this year's been a bit more, and definitely been trying to learn a bit more of the likes of Jordan Dawson and my roommate Jake Saligo. But yeah, I think no matter what, even if Dan wasn't injured, I was hoping to push my case a little bit. It's been quite enjoyable. It's a different role, and we've got so many guys that can roll through there and roll through the small forwards as well. So I think it's going to be a dangerous combo with a lot of the guys rolling through the midfield this year.
I agree, because when you can have pinch hits through the midfield like Isaac Rankin, now Josh Rochelle, and there will be others, you can lose your opponent because you're switching around and people are trying to chase each other's butt cheeks. Dan Curtin out, so someone needs to suck up those minutes. Now, there's a lot of ifs here, Timmy. Just work with me.
Yes, okay.
There's a lot of ifs, and the growth has to come from that midfield. Out and straight sets, the midfield weren't good enough, weren't up to the level. Obviously, Isaac Rankin was out. There's a few reasons for that. But if Josh can advance his game as a midi, that's going to be huge. If Isaac Rankin can be fit, healthy and at his best, plays the whole season. He hasn't been able to get a whole season together. If Luke Pedler gets an opportunity through the middle, and if Sid Draper can get over his injuries and get in there, I know there's a lot of ifs, then the high amount of workload's not going to fall on a Saligo and a Jordan Dawson. Imagine Jordan Dawson being off half-back and getting the ball into his hands, distributing it inside 50 rather than doing the heavy work. They can get that part of their game right, and I believe that from Josh. That's going to go a long way.
Do you reckon?
I know there's a lot of ifs there, but there is upside.
Can I
those
ask you
names.
a question?
Yes, please.
Do you believe the move of Dan Curtin prior to the dislocated kneecap, do you reckon that was to release Jordan Dawson?
There's a lot in that. My word, there was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I had a feeling that...
Imagine him off the half-back
they would
flank, just
prefer,
drifting through.
I reckon they'd prefer Dawson half-back, a little bit midfield.
Correct.
At the moment,
100%.
it's all midfield, little bit half-back.
That's it.
They'll like
Well
to
said.
reverse that, I reckon.
Crows round 1 v Collingwood at the MCG March 14, we know that. These are the genuine outs. Curtin is out, Rankin suspended, Sid Draper's groin won't quite get up, Keys has an injury. I look at injuries list. Hill, Houston, Maynard, Howe, Gieth, Extay, Moore, Quaynor. They're all in doubt. They're all in doubt. So this time of the year, you need a bit of luck. You want to hit the ground running come round 1. So looking forward to that. Timmy, it's only 21 days until Port take on the Crows at Alberton. We will be there live. How is your mob shaping up?
Look, not too bad. I mean, they've got those... we know about Jason Horne-Francis just sort of getting back into a bit of drill.
Yep.
So there's that. Sam Palpepper, we know, has got the knee, probably mid-season return at best. Ollie Wines has still got a miss game through suspension.
He does.
Brandon Zerk-Thatcher, a bit of a heel, but I don't think that's any problem as far as starting the season goes. And Tom Cochrane did a fairly good hammy, which I think is going to keep him out for a fair while. So that's unfortunate. But really, it's at this time of year, you don't want it much bigger than that.
No.
So I think the injury list at the moment is pretty well contained.
Yep.
The thing about it is, I looked at North Melbourne's. They've only got 3 on their list, so that's pretty reasonable as well. But it's just those, you just don't want those serious ones, because I've always been told you can't have a good season if you don't have a good pre-season.
Yeah, and I think that stacks up.
I think it stacks up. There's not too many have been able to have their best year. Oh, how was your pre-season? No, I didn't do one. No, it never says that. Oh, I had a great pre-season and you had a good season. So
you've got to put
they
the
equate together, and I think that it's to keep that to a minimum is very important.
Yeah, luck in injuries is massive. So as we know, it's Friday. I know it's hot. I know you're probably sitting in your man cave or your lady cave, whatever cave you've got, in your car, driving home, air conditioners on, absolutely pumping. We like to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of a light-hearted...
Friday?
Correct. You don't want it to be too intense. Yep. And at the end of it, that's exactly right. A bottle of Rusden Black Guts. Now, not that you're going to drink that tonight if you were to win it.
Well, you know what I did last Sunday on the long weekend?
Yeah.
I put a bottle just on the top of my esky.
That's your little trick.
Just little chill, took the edge off.
Not bad.
And then opened it as the sun went down.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, gee.
Oh,
yeah.
please.
The rest is history.
Guess where I'm going? Guess where I'm going tomorrow to get canooded?
By the great man himself, Christian.
Yeah, I'm going to Rusden Wines.
Well done.
They've got that concert at Day at the Green, so we're going to go and watch Ice House.
Ice House, yeah.
Who's the bloke that screams when he sings?
Barnes.
Yeah, that
Jimmy
bloke.
Barnes. So it's an all Aussie affair.
It's an all Aussie affair.
Oh, that'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
No, I think it will.
Well, good luck.
Going to be hot. Anyway, That's not the topic.
Show me a photo at 4 a.m.
It could be legs 11 at 4 a.m. if we've got to get there at 2:30. That's a big day to sit on the grass and listen to music.
It is. Oh, sorry, I meant 4
That
p.m.
Kate Sobrano's singing too.
Ah, she's excellent.
She's got a very good voice.
Talent.
Yeah,
Great talent.
talented. Now, what word or phrase do you want out of our sporting vernacular?
Yeah, great call.
What word or phrase or sentence do you want out of our sporting vernacular? Now, have a crack at anyone in the media or footballers that get interviewed and all.
Our
What
good
is
selves.
it for a bottle of Rusden Black Gut Shiraz? 8223 Nice, easy, light one. Can I start?
Yeah,
and then
sure.
you can bring it
Yeah, go
home,
for it.
Timmy.
Yep.
Ken Hinckley's. Oh, I love him. You know that.
Yeah,
Ken
I
Hinckley.
know where you're going.
The reality is.
I think the reality is.
It's it got in the vernacular and it got picked up quick and it just got repeated and repeated.
Well, our very own 2004 Port Adelaide Premiership captain
Started to use it.
started to reel a few out.
The reality is.
The reality is.
The one that,
There is no reality.
well, yeah, it depends.
But it's win or lose.
I think
you're good or you're
yeah.
bad. You're crap or
it's
you're
a way
brilliant.
of saying the fact is.
Yeah.
It's sort of saying the fact is.
No, but fact's not reality.
Well, I think it's a substitution of
Okay.
in the vernacular.
Okay.
So that's what they're trying to say. But it's like anything, and we've spoken about this before. You tend to lean on Crutchword's way of thinking of the answer,
Yeah.
and that's how it happens. But
I do
one
armour
that-
and all that.
there's one that's in the vernacular, and it's been in too long.
What is a
for
vernacular?
my liking? It's the
Sounds like a vein in
the
your
way
neck.
you speak.
Oh, is
way
it?
you speak and
Oh,
and,
is it the-
and the
Okay.
words that you use.
Yeah.
The one that's crept in for me, and I reckon Malcolm Blight's the first time I ever heard it said, and Malcolm used it in a great. Well, he said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? And then he said, it's about the journey.
Okay.
Well, that
You don't
word
like that?
it is everywhere. Everybody's on a journey of this and a journey of that and the
Yeah,
journey.
yeah.
You know what? It's just life, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just suck it up and get on with it.
Journey.
I tell you what a
You and
journey
your
is.
journeys.
Yeah.
It shows a
When's
journey.
this journey start?
A journey's going on a European holiday.
Yeah,
It's not,
that-
or going to Japan,
come
going
on.
to
Yeah, having a
Huckleberry.
good time,
having
or,
a,
you know,
yeah, not
going
not
around
in
Australia.
sport.
That's a
Yeah,
journey.
That's a journey.
That's a
I
journey.
like it.
Yeah, thank
so,
you.
what word, phrase, or sentence do you want eliminated?
Yeah, get it out of the-
Absolutely eliminated at our
Don't wanna hear it
sporting
anymore.
vernacular. Vernacular. What is that?
That's one we're going to get out.
Vernacular.
For a bottle of Rusden Black Guts Shiraz.
Maria on the text has opened up the batting with a good one. Yeah, nah. Now that gets said a lot.
I do that.
A lot.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, nah.
Footballers do. You ask them a question, they go, yeah, nah.
It's a good one because
It is.
the answer is, which one? Is it yeah or nah?
But that,
Because they're actually totally opposite.
yeah, so you've asked them a question
Yeah.
where their intellect can't,
Yeah,
and they've got to
nah.
go, yeah, nah.
And again, it's just thinking time.
It is thinking
We're all
time.
guilty of it.
That's right. All right, call in for a Rusden Blackgut Shiraz, 8223 0000. We'll take your calls. The word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular. Shane McGuinness is going to give us more tennis at 4:30 tonight. Doc Clark, his new journey, Timmy G, has begun at the Glenelg Footy Club. He's going to join us at 5. Nathan Cosmina at the Reeds. Terry McAuliffe with his racing
Tezza.
tips. And a bit of a story as well around a Southern Footy League club, which is looking like they're on their knees. So
We need
Try
to
and help
rally
them out.
around them.
We do
Noarlunga.
need to
We
do
need to
that.
rally around them.
Noarlunga shoes. Hopefully we can find some help for them. 20 minutes after 4, your call straight after this.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. 5AA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Naomi Will Real Estate, delivering honest, personalised service, award-winning community values and independent expertise for over 20 years. 5AA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
Hi, I'm Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. A new year brings new beginnings and Adelaide's property market is already alive with opportunity. Dream homes are being listed, offers are being made, and those ready to act are already a step ahead. At Toop and Toop, we don't just open doors. We help you move towards what's next. So if 2026 is your year for change, we're here to help you take the next step with confidence. We've proudly been South Australia's trusted advisors in real estate since 1985. Visit toop.com.au today.
I'm high! The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home.
And for seniors, it's always been great value with 20% discount on selected bistro meals. Yep, 20% off. Feeding the whole family? Bring them all Saturday or Sunday for live acoustic music from 5 p.m. And kids eat free. Some conditions apply. The Excelsior Hotel feels like home, but better. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
Oh, complete windscreens, Timmy. You love us.
8269 4444.
That is the number.
I did it in the opener.
Oh, you did. The big red koala. We're 50 this year. 220 Main North
Happy
Road
birthday.
Prospect. 50. That's significant, isn't it? The Dean brothers.
When you think about how tough business is,
It
and,
is
and
tough.
small business.
And this is a tough
and
business.
you have your ups and downs. 50 years of it?
50
You're a
years.
survivor.
Yeah, they are. Done a great job. Now, it doesn't matter what your business is. You've got a car, a ute, a trade vehicle, a bus, a truck, whatever. We can fix it 24/7. We've got fitters on the road that can get out and do it. Log on to completewindscreens.com.au. Lindsay rang me the other day and said, what we need to do is what's happening a lot because of our roads and break-ins, and there's a lot of drugs around where people break into cars and steal.
Right.
The glass breakage is going up.
Right.
So if you do your windscreen in a year and it gets pinged again, we will do a chip repair for you for free.
Okay.
'Cause, you
So I've
know,
had a
our
windscreen
roads-
replaced.
our
I'm driving
roads
down
are-
the road, a little
Ping
chip comes
again.
up. Oh, you're kidding me,
We'll do
are
it
you?
for free.
Come on, Rowey. No.
Do it for free
When
for
did
the
you
whole
get it done?
year.
3 months ago, mate.
Yeah.
No, we'll
Doesn't
do it
matter.
for you.
Well, it just helps.
Oh, that's nice.
I swear this statement. I've never seen anybody skip into our yard going, woohoo, I'm getting a new windscreen with an 8S camera, range sensor and antenna. How much is that? 12 hunch?
Yeah, we were only talking about that at the dinner table last night.
Were you?
Yeah. Everybody was saying, hey, it's fantastic getting a new windscreen.
No. Well, the expense of them is through the roof. That's why you need
don't want-
RAA insurance.
It's an
You've got to get them.
inconvenience, isn't it?
It is. It is an absolute inconvenience. But we're there to help you. So that's a good one. Thank you, Lindsay. Complete windscreens, the big red koala on Main North Road Prospect. The number is
8269 4444.
Hi, Brady Bit here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. Everyone here is back on deck and ready to do deals on a huge range of 2025 plate Mazdas. Stop dreaming and kick off the year in a shiny new Mazda. All models and colours are available and they're ready to roll with immediate delivery. No gimmicks, only the best customer support for you and your shiny new Mazda. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
I'll get it. Dave, let me guess. Your power's out and you'd like to charge your phones.
How did you know?
Just lucky, I guess. Oh, and half the street is here doing the same. Come in, mate.
Dave, you too.
With Solar Power Direct Home Battery Storage, life goes on, even when the power's out.
Now, who's up for a cuppa?
Yes, please.
solarpowerdirect.com.au.
On Booking.com, it's easy to book your holiday home. So if you're bored of this,
Guys, found an apartment. The price just jumped up.
with us, there's no hidden fees. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
25 minutes after 4 here on this Friday night. We have a bottle of Runston Blackguts up for grabs. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? 8223 0000 is the number to call in. We'll take your call straight after traffic.
Afternoon, really big delays this hour with a car fire and breakdown at Darlington, the Southern Expressway near Seacombe Road. The breakdown causing delays at Leadwood Gardens, the freeway up track in Mount Barker Road. And 2 woes a crash to look out for current truck there at Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera at Days Road, Regency Park. Go Harvey Norman, up to 60% off Australian-made Beauty Rest mattresses in their end-of-line stock clearance. Last chance, while stocks last, race into Harvey Norman today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Got a couple of great texts flowing in. One I wasn't quite aware of, but Jeff says, hey guys, phrases that need to be eliminated. Cricket, since when has 6 become a maximum?
Oh, that's an IPL thing.
Ah.
Yeah, that started about 15 years ago.
Jeff, I don't like it either. Good call. Harry from Highbury says, when they say, oh, it was good to get the W, just say it was good to get the win.
Yes, don't like that one. So what word or sporting phrase you want out of our vernacular? We got that bottle of Runston Black Guts to give away. G'day, Flinny. Errol?
G'day, gents. Yeah, it's Stan. makes me want to punch my TV, even get to quarter time, and it sends me mad. Bloody umpire.
That's the umpire. Stand.
Oh, stand. Yes. Errol. Yes.
Great
Good
call.
one. Let's go to West Beach, Matt.
Hey, boys.
Yours?
Yeah. Quarterback. I don't know who says it on the football, and he's a quarterback. Oh, my God. That's American. It seems bad in America, but to bring it into our game is just
Spot on.
Matt, a lot of Americanisms have come into
but
our...
who does that? Offence, defence, I get those ones. I haven't heard anyone say...
No, I reckon Kingy does it on Fox.
Does he? He's playing like a quarterback.
When they go into the war room and all that business, and I reckon they say he's playing like a quarterback and he's doing this, that and the other. Yeah, I'm with Matt. Like that, Steve.
I've heard Hodge being called a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he's behind
again, see? So it's been around a while.
I'm with you.
Great call. Steve, you got one for us?
Yeah, guys, when your team loses and you hear the coach saying, we didn't stick to our processes.
Yes.
No, mate, you are outcoached or outplayed or just complete
Well
crap.
done. Yes, Steve.
Yes.
That's on. No, that is
Love you,
just
Steve.
brutal truth, Steve. You were on the podium for that, Black Guts. You're
A
right.
bit like this text from Mickey. He says, I hate it when players and coaches say we're really focused on our shape. Ned McHenry introduced us to shape.
Yes, he did.
You either kick more goals or you don't.
it.
That's what Mick says.
Mick, when Ned comes in and he talks about shape, I want to give him a barbecue shape across his
But
face.
he was trying to explain it to you. That's why he was doing it. Yeah.
Shape.
All right, let's go to Jimmy at Highbury. Hey, Jimmy, what do you got for us?
Jimmy.
Hey, boys, how you going?
All right. Good. Friday.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, it's a bit of a new one, but it's creeping in. But I don't know if you've heard, especially over at times and stuff, they say my truth.
Yes.
It's my truth.
Yes.
No, there's one truth. There's the truth, and there's a lie. Figure it out. But it's not. Yeah, come on, lad.
Yeah,
my truth's a Nancy, wokey, lefty, tree-hugging type of term. Oh, my truth. No, it's not.
When
I'm
I was
with
a sales manager, I used to say, hey, listen, I need to interview at least 3 people to get halfway to the truth.
Yeah.
And it was you involved, and a witness. And then I'll start to work out somewhere there is a truth.
Well, that's right. In any conflict, there's your story, my story. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. But there's no my truth. I'm with that. Nah, get that out.
I think the reality is. The reality is.
The reality is. Yeah.
29 after 4. Shane McInnes at Melbourne Park. We have Aussie champions in the doubles today. Find out who next.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
Pick a poll, any poll. All of them tell the same story about voter intention in Australia federally at the moment.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
They show that the second biggest party in the country right now is led by our next guest.
5AA Breakfast.
One Nation leader, Pauline Hanson.
We're putting a suite of candidates across the whole state.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Can you see One Nation actually getting a proper foothold here?
Weekdays from 6 a.m.
We're really focusing on what we want to do for the state.
On 5AA. Always Adelaide.
The latest Star Discount Chemist catalogue is packed with red hot summer specials. You'll find Hydrolite Effervescent Electrolyte tablets, 20 tablets in assorted flavours, just $11.99 for relief from dehydration symptoms. Always read the label and follow directions for use. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help?
There's one sign on Doothie Street Unley you must see. It's the Kirkbride Seafood sign. It changes daily, from fresh crays to Atlantic salmon, King George whiting, garfish and SA King prawns. All sustainably fished and processed on site at Kirkbride Seafood. Not some faraway factory. It's a good sign that you're getting the best you can get and so close to the city. See what's on the sign today. Kirkbride Seafood, Doothie Street Unley, kirkbrideseafood.com.au.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brattig. Andrew Hastie won't contest the Liberal leadership, saying he doesn't have the support needed to topple Susan Lee. Arts Minister Andrea Michaels has announced she's leaving politics and won't be standing at the March state election. 4 people and 3 pets have been found dead in what's being treated as a murder-suicide in Perth. And top seed Carlos Alcaraz has won the first 2 sets over Alexander Zverev in their semi-final at the Australian Open. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon. She saw a dog's breakfast this Arvo at Darlington. She did that breakdown in car fire on the Southern Expressway. Really solid delays there. Also big delays with the breakdown at Leewood Gardens, the freeway uptrack near Mount Barker Road, and a crash look out for between a car and a truck at 2 Wells today, for Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Canberra Bartley Terrace, Westlake Shore. Dan Murphy's don't match prices, they beat them. Get Jacobs Creek Sparkling Chardonnay Pinot Noir just $6.90. And Sunday, choose to drink wise, T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Warm tonight and then partly cloudy tomorrow, a top of 32. At the moment, 38. More news at 5 o'clock on FIVEAA. Always Adelaide.
Aussie kids are active kids. Creative kids. Sporty kids. Are you a Weet-Bix kid?
Okay, first day back in the office and there's already goss. KFC have just dropped the hot and crispy wrap for only $3.95. Juicy. Oh yeah, and Steph and Darren got caught in the kitchen. KFC, FLG, not everywhere, not forever, pick up only.
Since 1935, Resthaven has supported older South Australians. For more than 35 years, that support has also extended into people's homes, where comfort, dignity and independence matter most. Our caring staff and volunteers have enriched the lives of thousands of older South Australians and their carers. Thank you for putting your trust in Resthaven. If you or someone you love needs welcome support at home, we're here to help. Visit resthaven.asn.au. Celebrating 90 years.
Planning your next holiday? The local travel experts at Spark Travel are just a phone call away. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Spark Travel, where the journey begins with a conversation. sparktravel.com.au.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
The Australians have gone back to back. Gadecki and Pearce have done it again.
A great moment earlier today in Melbourne. It's 27 minutes to 5. We have Doc Clark joining us a little later on the show. Nathan Cosmina with the Reds tonight. And your calls for Ruston Blackgut Shiraz 8223 0000. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? But right now, let's cross to Melbourne Park. All thanks to Parafield Airport Liquor, home of the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Life's better with your pals.
Well, it is finals time at the Aussie Open for the latest. Friend of show, thanks to Powers, Shane McGuinness's 3AW. Shane, thanks for your time.
Hey, Rowie, good to chat.
Great man. Let's start there. Ollie and John winning the Grand Slam mixed doubles, an Aussie pairing.
Yeah, and not just winning it, but also going back-to-back. No one had defended their title in the mixed doubles here at the Australian Open since 1989. So I think that speaks volumes of about how hard it is to do, and they did it so well today. Dropped that first set, won the second, come through, win the match tiebreak, 10 points to 8. And Mladenovic and Gnar are a pretty emphatic couple as well. So a great result to them, and great to always see some success for the Aussies when it comes in the doubles. My word, that was Olivia Gadecki. We mentioned the opener, and Johnny Pearce. I said Ollie because people might think it was a man, but it was Olivia. That's all that was. Okay. Anyway, Macca, Carlos is on centre court now, 2 sets up. He is simply too good. Oh, I agree with you, Tim. I agree with you. I think where Carlos is at the moment, the tennis that he is playing at the moment is streaks ahead of the rest. The narrative of this Australian Open has been Alcaraz and Sinner, and then the rest. Well, I reckon you can put Alcaraz into his own realm at the moment. Has not dropped a set at this tournament. He's being challenged at times by Alexander Zverev, particularly in that second set tiebreak. But you look at the power of some of his shots to then force the error of Alexander Zverev, who in himself is incredibly powerful. It is wonderful tennis to watch.
Yeah, Shane, I heard Jim Courier say the other night that something about 3,000 revs off of his racket compared to Dimanor's 2,000 off a forehand. And you go, he's a third better? That's unreal.
Yeah, which is remarkable when you think about it. Then you add into the way that he moves around the court. And this is something I was always in awe of when it came to Djokovic, Andy Murray, Roger Federer, the way they work the plexi cushion surface. You see them skin off and they quickly scramble to the other side and they can do the splits and everything else. Carlos can do that. And he does it aplomb. And the thing about him is, guys, while some players can be divisive, and Novak Djokovic probably goes to the top of that order, Carlos Alcaraz is loved universally. You see him behind the scenes here at Melbourne Park. G'day, how you going? How are you? Says hello to everyone. Doesn't matter if you're media, a player, or the janitor. He just says g'day. It's wonderful.
Excellent stuff.
He's
there.
got a big beaming smile, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Good set of chompers, just quietly.
Looks like a happy boy. I like that.
He's had plenty of money to get them worked on.
That's it, Shane. Now, we had the women's semi-finals. It's been decided and probably reasonably predictable. Rybakina getting up 6-3, 7-6. I thought that was a reasonable game. I thought Pegula actually fought back. When she was 5-3 down that second set, could have easily folded, but she put up a real fight to that tiebreak.
These semi-finals were fascinating in that all four semi-finalists had not lost a set getting into the final four. So they were really evenly matched, really hadn't done anything wrong throughout the entire tournament. I was a little bit disappointed with Jess Pegula. I thought she was in some of the form of her career at this Australian Open and would have liked to have seen her make the final, especially fill the boots of her best friend, Madison Keys, who, of course, was the champion last year. And Pegula actually beat a couple of weeks ago. But Elena Rybakina, she's been here before, but she comes up against Aryna Sabalenka. And you talk about the dominance of Carlos Alcaraz on one side of the draw. Well, Sabalenka's dominance in the women's, I think, is just as pronounced, especially here at the Australian Open on this surface.
Oh, her backhand was devastating. I just thought to myself, she's too good, and I'm not sure I can see her losing to Rybakina. That's... Maybe
I can't see her losing.
Maybe a jinx, but
I can't see Rybakina getting a set off her. Simply, Sabalenka's dominance, and they played in that 2023 Australian Open final, which Sabalenka won, and that was Rybakina was runner-up. I just can't see a way in which the power game of Sabalenka is beaten on Saturday night.
The game now, Alcaraz, he's number one in the world. He's playing during the day. Should he not have been the late game? Is that... What's going on there?
So it's, I don't mind a conspiracy, Timmy, but...
Macca, I'll give you a couple.
It was the fact that he played his quarterfinal a day earlier.
Okay.
That he therefore went to the afternoon, and Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner went to the night. Even if Alex de Minaur had have won that match against Alcaraz, it's hard to fathom, but he would have been the afternoon match too. Which I can understand what you're saying, though, in that it is tougher to play, I would suspect, during the day. It's 31 degrees in Melbourne. There's no reprieve on Rod Laver Arena. The sun is beaming down. It's probably about 36 degrees on court. So I would have thought there'd be some form of benefit tonight for both Sinner and Djokovic.
Yeah, well, even if Sinner was playing in the day, he would have had the roof over top.
I did like that one from the weekend. Look, the way it went, the heat scale 6-5 as he was having that crash. He couldn't have gone luckier.
No.
He really couldn't have. The way it came together. He was gone. And, that's what's fascinating about this semi-final tonight. Sinner was gone last weekend. If that roof stays open another half an hour, Sinner's out. Novak Djokovic should be out. He was down 2-0 against Lorenzo Musetti, who pulls his groin and has to retire. So Djokovic goes through. And that is another argument for Carlos Alcaraz as to, hold on, he's going to beat one of the almost also-rans who shouldn't even be through to the semis, let alone through to the final.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the cross, Shane, 3AW Shane McGuinness, our guest. You've been in the media probably as long as me, if not longer. What word or sporting phrase that's crept in do you want out of our vernacular?
I would say, and I'll use the event I'm at, I hate bundled and bowed out of tennis. She was bundled out. She was bowed out. Quick story, my very first week at 3AW 2008, the late Clinton Grievous, I was talking to Graham Bond, and he said, I'll tell you one thing, young man, when you start on 3AW, Clinton never used two phrases, bundled out and bowed out. You're never to use them either, and I never have.
Yeah,
well done, Shane.
That's good. Well, he was fantastic. God bless him. We miss him, wasn't he just? The VFL's not being broadcast this year on telly. Is that a sign of things to come that,
Well, I think it's a big concern for the VFL. There's no doubt about that. What is it, a 20-team competition now? The fact that Seven, through its digital channel, 7 Mate, wasn't getting the viewership. I know the AFL does its own stream via the AFL website, but apparently the numbers for most of the games are far from fantastic, and that's why they've tried to no doubt cheapen the product with fewer cameras and fewer commentators. Channel 7 has to make a call based on its revenue, and if it is not paying dividends and the audience simply isn't there, the onus is not on them to continue to broadcast it. I'm still a firm believer that there should be a national reserve competition. I think that would inspire more people to watch that second-tier competition, because you see those players that are coming through the ranks. Oh, this young kid, he might get a go in the seniors next week. Whereas we have 20 teams in the VFL. Obviously, South Australia and WA are excluded. There are teams like Southport in Queensland that don't even play in the AFL, but they're in the VFL, the Victorian Football League. Doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rip it up and start again.
Nah, good stuff. Well, until they clip the AFLW, they're not going to have a national reserves team, because we're not a bottom endless pit of money. Macca, thanks for your time.
Always a pleasure, guys. Nice to chat.
Great work. Shane McGuinness there. 3AW is our mate, the Powers. God, he's a good commentator.
Yeah, he is. When you're after that special drop, trust your pals to have at Parafield Airport. Look, they have the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Life is always better with your pals. We've been asking for a Rusden Blackguts tonight. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? This is an interesting one from Stephen at Aberfoyle Park. He says, Rowey, you use the word snoozer. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's true. I give that a belting. Maria's on here. Stephen Rowe calling testicles plums or...
no.
Have you dumped that?
I think,
well,
probably
Maria,
I've got to say, a mate of mine's wife always says Rowey's classic snoozer, boozer, loser.
I don't reckon I've said that. Let's go to Gary at Ingle Farm. What phrase you want out for a bottle of Rusden Blackguts? Gaz?
Hi, gentlemen. The one that drives me absolutely up the wall. It is what it is. Totally meaningless.
Yes.
Totally meaningless. If it wasn't, it would be something else.
Yes,
You know,
true.
what does it mean?
What does it all mean, Basil? Belinda, she doesn't like reach out. So annoying. Reach out to what?
Oh, like I'm reaching out to you. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to reach out. So there we go. Oh, at Largs Bay. Steve, how are you, Steve?
How's it going, boys?
All right. What one aren't you enjoying at the moment?
Well, I've appreciated all of the ones I've heard so far, but the one that annoys me more than anything is whether someone's been interviewed during a game or after a game, and the answer to almost any question that they're asked is 100%.
Yes, Steve, you're right. It's crept in. I reckon it was the word of 2025.
Really?
I reckon we've got to get rid of it.
Yeah, Steve, you're right. It's crept in 2025, and it's.
I'm guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it. I say it a lot in everyday life.
What do you say?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
What percent?
I agree with something.
What percentage would you do that?
Not 100%.
Yeah, nah.
So it's
Thanks,
snuck
Steve.
in. There you go. Good one, Steve. Let's go to Adrian.
Hey, how are you?
All right, Adrian. What sporting phrase would you like to get rid of?
It was a great kick off the boot.
And then what happened?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how else you kick it.
Yeah, that's a great call. How else do you kick the ball? Yeah, that's a very good point. That's an oldie, but an oldie too, Adrian. Well played. All right, let's go to Morphettville. G'day, Lauren.
Hello. One of them that I thought of is running across the ground. What else are you going to do? Run across border?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Love
would
it,
be impressive. Would be impressive, but I believe only one person's done it. But that is very good, Lauren.
That is running. They're running around. They're running across the ground well. They're getting across the ground well.
I remember Jack used to say to us,
Thanks, Lauren.
Come on, you're feeling good. You're running on top of the ground.
That's the other one.
And I think that was almost a, I suppose, a metaphor for saying your legs don't look heavy.
Correct.
You look light. You
pumping
look,
you up.
Yeah, pumping you up.
You look good. You're running above the ground. Your knee got good high knees.
But I think Lauren's right. Running across the ground. Well, what else can you do?
Let's go to Burnside. Brendan, we're looking for words or sporting phrases you want out of our vernacular.
Speech to. It's normally an inanimate or non-sentient object which is speaking to something.
It's true. That is a good one. Yeah, it speaks to this or it speaks to that. Yeah.
But it doesn't. It can't talk.
That's right. Well, I couldn't read half of Maria's out. We know Maria's prolific, but we will do this one. And any excuse to play this. Maria doesn't like the fat lady single. Any excuse to play Rexy. He would do this when a team's absolutely walloping you.
True.
One of the absolute best.
Isn't there a famous game where he called it in the first quarter?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
The ball went up, the ruckman tapped it to the rover, laced out, Kerry kicked a goal, and he did this.
And he did that.
It was 6 points down, he called it.
Unbelievable.
The fat lady singing.
All righty. Well, this is a good one. Well, let's go to Tanunda. G'day, Phil.
How are you? How's it going, Timmy?
Excellent. What have you got for us? What
I'm going to have a
phrase?
crack at Timmy because I am sick and tired of hearing of organic growth, Saligo, Rochelle, and all the Crows boys. I'm tired of it. They didn't do it last year. They just won't do it again.
I see what you mean. Yeah. So a lot.
Do I use that one? I don't reckon I use that one. Do I?
All the time. Every day.
I do.
Rowey.
How? No, I do not, Phil.
Yeah, we're going to find them.
Every day, Rowey.
Yeah.
Every day.
I think you referred to, and I think it was actually written.
I'm going to stop that then. I hate organic stuff.
Well, it was. You certainly don't eat it, but it was a. But there was. I reckon there was when we asked about recruiting or whatever, and I reckon they said to you, "No, we're going to look for organic growth."
Yeah, I'm going to take that on board.
And
Phil.
I reckon all you've done is picked it up from there. We all do it.
Who was the club that did green shoots?
Oh,
that was just before the organic growth. They were some of the early.
We're going to be looking for green shoots.
Yeah.
Was it
No,
Carlton?
that was Carlton. Yeah, look what we're cooking.
Oh, remember that?
Green shoots. Oh God!
Yeah.
If I say organic growth again, someone in this studio slap me because I hate it.
Well, I reckon.
And I do eat organic food. We were in Tokyo, and they got that Wahoo beef there. They're all those cows.
Did you say Wahoo?
Wahoo. Yeah, that's a fish. No, they're organically. They feed them Jaffas. They fatten them up.
We might give that job to Phil to just keep an eye on you.
No, please, Phil, I'm going to take that on board because if I use that over the top, I'm a disgrace to the broadcasting industry.
Yeah, maybe once.
No, never.
No, it's out completely.
Out. No, that's out.
Phil,
lifting the lid, can you feel it? Organic growth, all of them
They're out.
You would never hear me organically say anything like that again.
Add to the list. What's the word or phrase you want out of the sporting vernacular? 8223 is our number. All the time up to 5 o'clock is yours. You've got a Rusden Blackgut Shiraz on the line for the best call tonight. Let's check traffic.
Afternoon, really big delays with the car fire and a breakdown at Darlington. It's on the Southern Expressway near Seacombe Road. Also got chocker delays too at Leeward Gardens. That's for a breakdown too. The freeway up track near Mount Barker Road. And look out for that crash with a car and truck at Two Wells, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera, Bridge Road, Salisbury East. Go, Harvey Norman, up to 60% off Australian-made Beauty Rest mattresses in their end-of-line stock clearance. Last chance, while stocks last, race into Harvey Norman today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
You can rent a little, you can rent a lot.
From Cairns to Canberra, Perth to Port Macquarie, you can rely on Red Spot to provide the perfect ride for your next holiday. We're the only Aussie family-owned and operated car rental company in airport terminals and cities all over Australia with a new fleet and 100% local Aussie service. And right now, Red Spot is giving you spot-on savings of 15% off every vehicle at every location. Book direct and save at redspot.com.au/radio. T's and C's apply.
Last chance. Up to 60% off Beauty Rest mattresses now at Harvey Norman. Last chance to buy an Australian-made Beauty Rest mattress at never-to-be-repeated prices. All stock must be sold. Do not miss out. Harvey Norman clearing Beauty Rest mattresses at up to 60% off. All stock must go. All Beauty Rest mattresses, all stores at never-to-be-repeated prices. Hurry, strictly limited time. Harvey Norman Beauty Rest end-of-line stock clearance, in-store only, while stocks last.
Now, do yourself a favour, have a listen to this because this is entertainment. Down the stairs, just off North Terrace, there's a place where the lights are low, the felt is fast, and the beer flows cold. That's so important. It's Empire Bar and Pool. Now, it's an underground escape, and it's not your average pub.
Doesn't sound so inviting because you can have fun. The Empire Bar and Pool, both. I don't know what I was pulling there, but it wasn't a bar. 12 pub-sized 8-ball tables, 16 American 9-ball beasts. There's 2 elite Chinese snooker tables. They're massive. They've got private areas for hire. There's catering options. There's booth seating that turns casual catch-ups into legendary nights.
Absolutely. From big nights to laid-back sessions, Empire Bar and Pool, it's where mates meet, rivals are made, and memories are chalked up one frame at a time.
How good's that? Empire Bar and Pool, basement 2 Gresham Street, City. It's open 7 days a week.
Tony Hadley, former lead singer from one of the biggest bands of the 80s, Spandau Ballet, hits Adelaide this March. Alongside the fabulous TH Band, Tony performs all the Spandau Ballet hits you know and love, including True, Gold, Through the Barricades, plus solo material. Tony Hadley, March 18, AEC Theatre. Don't miss your chance to hear some of the biggest hits of the 80s. Final tickets at ticketek.com.au.
Cunard's triple onboard spend sale is on now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Sail in timeless elegance on board a Cunard Queen and discover iconic destinations across the Mediterranean, Europe, Alaska and beyond. Receive up to US $1,490 onboard spend per couple to use on indulgent dining, spa treatments, shore excursions and more. Offer ends 30th of March. Phil Hoffman Travel voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency in 2025. Visit pht.com.au.
When you need to lift your game, nothing lifts like a cat from United Forklifts. The toughest forklift on the market is in stock right now. So lift your game with a cat from Australian-owned United Forklifts. Google United Forklifts today.
Lift your game with United.
Paradise Mazda's summer clearance is on now. Turn up the heat on savings with great deals across our entire new demo and used range. From the sleek City CX range, tough BT50s or family SUVs. There's never been a better time to upgrade your drive this summer. Hot offers, cool cars and incredible value, but only for a limited time. Run into Paradise Mazda today and drive away with a deal that feels just right.
Run into paradise.
MVD 1370.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 8 minutes to 5. Doc Clark's going to join us after the 5 o'clock news. We're taking your calls for Rusden Blackguts in just a moment. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? Just before we do get back to your calls and texts, we do want to put some sporting news in here about the Adelaide 36ers. Yesterday's show, all we did was talk about the brawl that happened on Wednesday night in the Gold Coast. Well, the sanctions have been handed down for that incident. 10 individuals have been handed some sort of sanction. Adelaide 36ers' Nick Rakocevic has been fined $775 for his involvement. He was also holding on to a suspended match from a previous incident.
So you have to serve that
So he
now.
has to serve that one-match ban, so he'll miss the Phoenix game this weekend. Right. Other than that, Zylan Cheatham's been fined. Kerry Williams, who's an assistant coach of the Sixers, has been fined. And then the Bullets have 7 individuals involved. All of them fined, and Terry Taylor, who was the one who applied the choker hold, he's got a 2-game suspension.
Wow.
I think that's landed pretty well.
Yeah.
I think the Sixers will be happy with that.
The choker hold.
Well, you can't put someone in a headlock.
I was going to say he might be lucky to get 2.
Yeah.
I thought he might get 3. So, yeah, well done.
So, okay, let's roll it to the AFL. If I get you in a choker hold in an AFL game, what's that? Like for that long? It was a good minute.
I reckon you're looking at 4 or 5.
4, 5 or 6.
Yeah, I don't think they would have liked
100%.
They wouldn't have liked it.
Oh, no.
No, yep.
Hey, give us some of these sporting vernaculars that you want.
Out of the game, let's go to Yuri. Yuri, what do you like and dislike?
Hey, bros. I tell you, you might have said it. You give 100% in sport, correct?
Yes.
This thing, all the 1%ers. The 1%. How do you give the bloody 1% in sport? You give 100%, not 1%. That's a piss poor effort. What's this 1%er all about? Talk to me.
Well, Yuri, it comes from a spoil, a smother, a chase.
Yeah, I think what it comes from,
a diving tackle.
As a percentage of the play,
those things are 1%.
1% of the 100% of the game.
Yeah. But
I think that's where it stems from, but I understand your frustration, Yuri.
We had one from our...
Jeez, I was cowering in the corner. I thought it was halftime speech.
Our Stacey Lee producer had a good one.
Oh, he's on the line.
He's on the line. G'day, Jess.
Lead producer, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Jess, what's yours again? I loved it.
Well, from the few years of doing Calling Boys, I came up with one that I constantly notice on all levels of sporting, and it's... I'm blanking on it, boys. What did I just say? I just said it in the studio before.
You said it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm distracted out here finishing up in the office. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
and they can use it in any sort of state of the game, or often it's the old special comments boys who aren't doing the play-by-play. They just step in on the easy one-liner, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Okay.
Nice one.
So Jess, get your snout out of the trough with our
he's busy eating jammers.
He's eating everything.
Salad.
Yeah. I'm taking 2 to go, boys. I'm out of here.
See you, Jess. Great job, Stacey Lee in the afternoon.
Let's go to Royal Park. G'day, Alan.
Al.
G'day, fellas.
the thing I hear from interstate commentators is, he's got the candy.
Oh.
They're supposed to be playing football, aren't they? Not eating.
Hate that one.
Yeah, and candy is an American word again.
Yep.
You know, I try and stop my grandkids saying it. Oh, no, it's not. They're lollies, mate.
Dwayne Russell, love him. He uses all those Does he like Americans? He's got a big square
Probably watches a lot of American sport.
Shake and bake. What in God's name's that?
That's NASCAR.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
He's inspired by music and movies with a lot of his stuff.
Okay.
So you'll find if you listen to Dwayne Russell enough, you'll hear those references.
Okay.
And I do. Let's go to Glanville. G'day, Dave.
Dave.
How you going there? The one that gets me is when opposition players, when they're talking about the oppo.
Yeah. Shortening, the oppo.
Yeah, it's opposition.
How long has that been in?
That's
about
a good question, Dave.
2 years. Another Americanism.
I reckon it might be.
I'm not going to win it, am I?
No, you're not. That's too obvious, that one. The bottle of roast and black gut stress. Just to let you know, Alcaraz versus Zverev.
You're the
it's
oppo
6-4,
of winning.
7-6. It's 5-4 in the third, and Carlos Alcaraz is in the hands of the trainers. He was pointing to his right driver up high underneath his right seat. Is that an abductor?
Oh, they're going.
No, it's his groin. They're getting right up near the
him.
plums, mate.
Yeah.
He's in all sorts.
Well, that was
now Zverev is going, why are you letting him take this time out? He's going off his nut.
Yeah.
He is not happy at all because he knows he's actually playing well.
Oh, gee, they're getting in deep there.
Yeah.
Carlos is in all sorts. I must admit, they do favour the 1 and 2 seeds because they want them to get through, don't they?
But this is semi-final time.
It's a medical timeout. He has every right to go berserk.
Yep.
We'll keep our eye on that. Thank you. Let's go to, I think that's Sayo.
Sayo, g'day. Sayo used to work at Ace at Transport Solutions.
Yes, Sayo.
Yeah, I used to, but not anymore.
No.
Hey, I am really sick of the vernacular of the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, right. Anything in particular, Sayo?
The Adelaide Crows. That should be taken for that should be taken.
Hang on, Sayo Biscuit. The actual word Adelaide Crows you don't like.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. That's all we get. Timmy G will be on my side. That's all we get. Adelaide Crows this and Adelaide Crows that.
I was thinking there's going to be a line from something.
That is funny.
That is gold, Sayo.
I tell you what, Sayo, you're on the running for that Ruston Black Guts. That's a clever one.
And don't forget, when I'm singing, it's the fat lady singing, so don't forget that either.
Yeah. Well done.
Sayo, love your support. Have a go, mate.
Have a great season.
Would you say Port people get frustrated with Port Power?
Yes, very much so. Because, and look, to be fair, it was
that's what you called yourselves.
It was their own. It was their own fault.
Yeah.
In year one,
100%,
they had it all branded that way, and then by year two, they realised no, what that's done is taken over. We want to be known as Port Adelaide, the power, but it's amazing what 1 year did, and 1 year has stuck even till today.
Closing it on the 5 o'clock news. Stay with us. You'll hear it as the latest. Alcaraz looks like he's in all sorts. He's still got that medical timeout. He's 2 sets up, 5-4 in the third. And Zverev is like a cage lion walking backwards and forwards, going bunter at the ref.
What I'm worried about him now is getting in the right mindset for when he comes back out, because he can't wind himself up to the point where he plays frustrated.
Well, Alcaraz is 4 points away from winning the match.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's 5-4 in the third of Zverev serving, so it's on serve. But wow, this is huge.
This is extraordinary. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. 5 o'clock news is coming up now.
Rowey and Timmy G, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
The latest Star Discount Chemist catalogue is here with red hot summer specials. Discover Melrose Organic Green Biotic Gut Support Blend, 195 grams to support intestinal friendly flora. Just $26.99. Always read the label and follow directions for use. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help?
Mark Boris is the mentor who keeps choosing stories over spreadsheets and keeps feeding those big ideas. So keep good company with the Mentor podcast.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Warm tonight and partly cloudy and 32 tomorrow. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. 2 parents and 2 children have died in a suspected murder-suicide at Mosman Park in Perth. Officers found the bodies of a 50-year-old man and a 49-year-old woman, as well as 2 boys aged 14 and 16 who had significant health challenges. Major Crime Detective Inspector Jessica Sakuro says a note was found, but police won't disclose its contents at this stage.
Although this investigation is in its infancy, police are investigating this matter as a murder-suicide. This is a highly distressing situation for all involved, from community members to the person that located the family to our first responders.
One of the front-runners to replace Liberal leader Susan Lee in the event of a spill has withdrawn from the race. In a statement, Andrew Hastie says after consulting with colleagues, it's clear he doesn't have the support to become leader. Fellow Conservative Angus Taylor's not expected to launch a challenge after warning a spill would be self-indulgent. While another of the Premier's front benches is quitting politics. Arts Minister Andrea Michaels is leaving Parliament after 7 years to return to the legal profession. She follows former Deputy Premier Susan Close and Treasurer Stephen Mulligan.
For me, it was thinking I'd done over the Christmas break and really from there talking to the Premier in the beginning of January. Obviously disappointed to see Susan and Stephen go, but that was news to me as well. So in terms of jumping on board, there wasn't that opportunity. It was really some thinking time over Christmas for me.
A long-running battle over public hospital funding is finally over. State and territory leaders have accepted the Commonwealth's offer of an additional $25 billion over 5 years. As part of the deal, the federal government's agreed to delay a program designed to get children with developmental delays and autism off the NDIS in response to concerns it would be rushed. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says it's a major step forward in addressing pressures on health, aged care and disability systems.
We know that we need to provide quality care for Australians with a disability, and the reforms will do that, as well as ensuring that they are sustainable.
SA's acting Health Minister Blair Boyer says it's good news a deal has been secured.
This has obviously been a hard-fought and won funding deal, but I think, given we all know the pressures that our health system here and right around Australia is under, this extra $2 billion here, which has been negotiated for South Australia, will mean we can build more capacity into the system in future years.
The body of a 16-year-old bushwalker has been found in a creek after a 2-day search operation in the New South Wales Blue Mountains. His 17-year-old friend was winched out of the national park after the pair became separated. An autopsy will be carried out to determine how the younger boy died. And the Bont is in the doghouse. Western Bulldogs captain Marcus Bontempelli has faced court over his unregistered Kelpie. He did pay the fee immediately, but still faces a potential fine of over $3,000. Now turning to FIVEAA sport, top seed Carlos Alcaraz has a 2-set lead over Alexander Zverev in the first men's semi-final at the Australian Open. Zverev blew a 5-2 advantage in the second set to lose in a tie-break, and Alcaraz currently leads 5-4 in the third set. While Aussie duo Olivia Gadecki and John Peers have claimed back-to-back titles in the mixed doubles, Gadecki is still processing their win.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to be back-to-back Grand Slam winners. Even just saying that out loud is crazy, and I'm still trying to kind of comprehend it.
The NBL's handed down its findings into the brawl between the Bullets and the Adelaide 36ers. Brisbane's Terry Taylor faces a 2-match ban, while Adelaide's Nick Rakasevich is looking at a 1-match suspension. 6 other players and 2 assistant coaches have copped fines. And tonight's A-League men's game between Adelaide United and Macarthur FC has been pushed back half an hour due to the heat. It'll now start at 7:35, while the earlier women's game between the Reds and Melbourne City has been moved to tomorrow. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon, still seeing some really big delays at the moment at Darlington. It's due to a breakdown in car fire on the Southern Expressway near Seacombe Road heading up the hill. Also delays at Leeward Gardens with another breakdown, the freeway up track near Mount Barker Road, and a car and truck crash getting sorted at 2 Wells, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera, Exeter Terrace at Dudley Park. Quitting smoking can be hard, but every time you choose not to smoke, you improve your health. Search Give Up for Good or download the new My Quit Buddy app to quit, brought to you by the Australian Government, Canberra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Warm tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a top of 32. Partly cloudy Sunday down to 25 and then 30 for Monday. Right now, 39. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Braglis. Tonight, a Qantas plane forced to land at the Edinburgh Air Force Base. Why it happened. Wild weather causes chaos across the state. See one couple's close call as a tree tumbled down. A spectacular sight in SA's skies as space junk comes plummeting down. And power and gas bill relief on the way for some. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
The Adelaide Showground Farmers Market has a producer's guarantee. Everything is produced by the people selling it, so it's all local. It means you know who distilled your gin, who baked your bread, whose chooks laid your eggs and who picked your veggies. It means less food miles, reducing your carbon footprint, and your food is tastier, fresher and often lasts longer. Join as a member at the Adelaide Showground Farmers Market to save 10% on everything all year long. Visit us every Sunday morning from 8:30 to 12:30.
G'day, Keith Conlon here. You've probably heard me talking about fusion clinical trials. Clinical research is vital for paving the way in the development of new medications and future health management. This is Fusion's commitment to Adelaide with its team of doctors, health professionals and the community working together to improve the well-being of all Australians and those beyond our shores. Rest assured, we'll be hearing more about fusion clinical research in the months ahead. Trusted research, proven results. Fusion.
Some things need an emergency department, but if you're umming and ahhing on what to do, it might be more of an emergency. If you're unwell and unsure what to do, call Health Direct on 1800 022 222 and a registered nurse will help you find the best care for you. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Tired of scrolling through countless websites to plan your holiday? At locally owned Spark Travel, our travel experts are just a phone call away, eager to hear your needs and craft the perfect getaway tailored just for you. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Look for our travel deals in the Sunday Mail. Spark Travel, where your journey begins with a conversation. King William Street, Adelaide. Phone now 88765121, sparktravel.com.au.
Steinborner Automotive in Gawler, Nuriutpa and Clare has always been well worth a trip, even more so with their 42nd birthday sale. Steinborner has purchased over 400 certified vehicles, SUVs and 4x4s, all with free roadside assist, and ripped $500,000 off normal prices across the range, with $1,500 trade-in bonus on all trade-ins. Plus, deals on new and demo Hyundai, Ford, Mitsubishi, Jack and Mazda. Visit steinborner.com.au.
I'm The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home. And for seniors, it's always been great value with 20% discount on selected bistro meals. Yep, 20% off. Feeding the whole family? Bring them all Saturday or Sunday for live acoustic music from 5 p.m. And kids eat free. Some conditions apply. The Excelsior Hotel feels like home, but better. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Adelaide's only local sports show, the 5AA Sports Show.
Still to come, 5:09. Doc Clark will explore his new chapter as Glenelg coach. Nathan Cosmina previews the Reds' Friday night home clash against MacArthur, plus Terry McAuliffe returns, and your calls for a Rusden Blackgut Shiraz.
Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
And we've been asking for that Rusden Blackgut Shiraz. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? It's been a lot of fun so far. We'll get more calls on the air very shortly. And live at Melbourne Park, Rod Laver Arena has all eyeballs glued to it at the moment. This semi-final between Zverev and Alcaraz has been gripping. We're into the third set. Alcaraz leads 6-5 despite having a leg injury and a medical timeout moments ago where Zverev was pleading to the ref about how it was all playing out. He does not look to be moving very well at all, Carlos Alcaraz, yet he is in the box seat. If he wins this following game, he could be progressing to an Australian Open final. So that's all to come.
Well, the Glenelg Football Club, it's been in 3 grand finals in a row, won 2 of those, but they've got a new coach, a new man on the scene, a man who knows how to win a premiership as a coach. It's Matthew Doc Clark. G'day, Doc.
G'day, Timmy. How are you, mate?
Excellent. Congratulations on the role. Pretty exciting stuff. When were you first approached?
That is a good question, actually. It must have been, obviously, Darren moved to Port. I reckon it might have been 2 or 3 weeks after that. So I was still doing the AFLW job, so I didn't really think it was going to work out, to be honest. But, gradually I just met a few of the people. They kept sort of pestering, and I was super impressed, to be honest, and eventually landed here, which is great.
Now, you would have probably been dealing with Scripper, Jason Scripps. He has now left as CEO, and you've got an interim CEO happening there. But that would have been an interesting transition itself. But the club, I would say, it's got its methods in place, and it's pretty well run.
Yeah, I've been super impressed. As I said, initially I probably didn't think it was going to work out from a timing point of view. But, everyone that I met, from Justin, obviously Paul as the footy manager, then, all the way up through the board, just got themselves organised and got a really clear picture of how they want their footy club to be. And obviously that involves trying to win, but also, how they want it to be placed within the local community. So, I really, really have enjoyed meeting all those people and getting to know them, and probably most importantly, the players. They drive, a hell of a lot of how they want to be as a club.
It's interesting, and I'd love to get your mindset on it. I look at Nathan Bassett at Cobra Mine. He's taken over West Adelaide, been bottom for so long, and everything is up, and he can put his program there and do what he needs to do. Is it tougher to do that, or is it tough to do what you're doing, taking over a successful program, as Timmy said, 3 flags in the last 4, was it? Or
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, which is great. Well ran, great list. Which one would you prefer? I mean, I don't even think that's a question, but both of them are tough in their own right, aren't they, Doc?
Well, I think, as the coaching caper is, we'd have to be a bit mad to do it in the first place, really, wouldn't you? But I think the thing that you get out of it is just when you see, growth. And I guess when I looked at the opportunity, I was just looking at the teams from the finals. There's probably 8 guys that aren't at the club anymore through retirement or just work taken to a different place. So I think there will be some renewal and some refresh around the bays this year, just because of there's bodies that aren't there. So that's always exciting, and they also performed really well in the reserves, so they won the reserves comp. So there's probably there's definitely players in that cohort that have been maybe starved of opportunity. So that's exciting. But in terms of are you better off to start at the bottom or start at the top? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's just what happens from there. I guess we'll see. That's
well answered. Here's the second dumb question. How different is coaching women to men in the AFL, or there is no difference?
Yeah, I used to get that a fair bit when I was obviously coaching the AFLW side, having also been involved with the AFL. But to my mind, not a hell of a lot of difference, to be honest. The game's the game. It's got certain demands. And then obviously you have to treat every individual as just that, as an individual. But, male or female, that's just kind of part of their individuality. I didn't find it remarkably different. Early days with the women's game, probably the skill level wasn't as high. And so therefore you had to, be mindful of that in terms of what you were trying to achieve with the ball in hand. But defensively and setup and structure and all those elements are very much the same. And then, managing people and managing team dynamic is the same. I would say there's more crying in AFLW, but the boys are just crying on the inside, not on the outside. That's the only difference.
That's a good one. Yeah, real men don't cry, Doc. You know that.
Hey, Matty,
I do now.
The experience going out is significant. I mean, Max Proud just been an amazing centre-half back for the club. Lukey Reynolds, of course, part of that three-headed monster. Jared Lyons, James Bell, just to name a few. So, like you said, the depth is there at the club. It's had that right through its juniors, its reserves team. So the depth is there to get into that, and that's exciting for you. I'm interested in that forward setup though, because everybody used to say, if it's not Hosey or McBean, it'll be Reynolds and McBean. It'll be two of the three
Someone
will get you.
Yeah.
And it's always been a great mix. I'm wondering how you might change that, whether you find the new Luke Reynolds or whether you maybe add a small into that. What are you thinking pre-season?
Yeah, I think that's usually the age-old debate at a match committee every week, isn't it? Do we go slightly taller or slightly smaller? And it'll kind of ultimately be dependent on what we find out over these next couple of months, me personally. But obviously one of the advantages, we've retained all of our assistant coaching panel, and they've obviously been through, a hell of a period with this group. But they're also excited to try and, transition these new players in. So they've obviously been watching the reserves guys come along, and they've probably been saying, geez, I'd love to see him. But there hasn't perhaps been that opportunity over the last couple of years because the team's been performing strongly. So, no, we'll see some fresh faces. We've recruited primarily from internally. There's a couple of guys that have joined us from other clubs, but it certainly hasn't been raiding AFL clubs or, anything of that nature. So it's going to be definitely within internal, and I think that's kind of how the club wants to be seen, and as a place where you come in as an under 18 and you make your way through, and that certainly appealed to me when I was talking to them.
Couple of lads you have picked up, I have seen at sample level. Joel Teeley, just probably unlucky that the Double Blues midfield just so strong, so he'll be a great addition into yours. And Will Patton really does read the ball behind the play. He's so good and sets a lot up. So a couple of really good pickups there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously, I think every club's in that position where you're trying to make your list as good as it possibly can be. But as I said, we probably prioritise local as opposed to interstate, or even coming out of the AFL system. Not to say that we're not open to those opportunities, but the idea of seeing that development from within and then adding a couple of experienced players is always a good thing.
So for the snout-slouts that are listening and the Bays faithful, what trial games you got coming up? What have you got penciled in, and how far away are they?
Well, the first one's exciting. We're actually going down to my hometown. We're going down to Mount Gambier.
Oh, good.
And that was part of one of the other parts of one of the attractions of the role was that connection down to the southeast. So we're going to play a game down there in Mount Gambier against Coburg, actually. So from the VFL, will be our first hit out, and then we'll come back and we'll play a game against Nord, who obviously have recruited really strongly. So that'll be a tough game. So two really good hit outs in preparation for our round one, which is Port Adelaide. So, the start of the season looks pretty challenging, but we hope to be able to get our ducks in a row and be competitive pretty quickly.
Not many people get to play for their club and coach them. People may forget, Timmy, that the great Doc Clark played 2 games of senior footy for the Tigers way back when, didn't you, Doc?
Oh, I knew him as a South Adelaide man himself.
Same as me. Yeah.
No, I came. Well, it was a bit of a convoluted story. I was in the southeast zone, which should have been Bays, but I went to Melbourne and then ended up back at South. So,
is that what happened?
But Mark Micken was coaching the Bays, and I was still in the AFL system, and I thought it'd be good to play under rubbers if I got the chance. So I took that opportunity, but it only amounted to 2 games, so they probably didn't get value for money.
Well, hang on a sec. I was with rubbers all the way through there. I can't remember you, Doc.
Come on.
How bad is that?
That was my point.
Yeah.
You illustrated the point.
What year was that? Was that 06?
Oh, geez, mate.
It doesn't matter. Oh, God, I feel bad. Well, gee, Doc, something must happen there.
Mate.
Either I didn't turn up or you were shit.
To be fair, we won both games.
There you go.
100%.
God.
And that would be why you would have been elite at that centre square. Hey, while we have got you, a ruckman of note, this new ruck rule, how will that help the Crows or hinder, say, someone like Riley O'Brien while we've got you on?
Yeah, obviously it's going to change the dynamic of that centre bounce.
Yeah.
The reality is that's one component of the ruck role, but it definitely will favour the jumpers. Initially, I'd suggest that as it transitions, the stronger bodies will find ways to combat the leapers. and obviously you can give them cover at ground level as well. So, we're going to confront that same challenge at SANFL level. But I think if I was, just putting my fan hat on, I think the change is a good one. I think allowing that sort of more open centre bounce contest where it's a little bit less predictable, and the ball might spill either side will make the game a bit more attractive, I think. So,
and they're throwing it up, aren't they? They're throwing it up. So
yeah, they are throwing it up. Yeah. So that once again, you could argue both ways on that one. That one probably levels it up a bit because the collision-based ruckman will kind of know exactly where it's going to land, so they can maybe protect that space for the jump.
Well, I think anybody that might be able to teach him it'd be you, Doc.
I would have thought
I don't know if you remember, Doc. I've told Rowey this story, but Mark Williams and I had to play a reserves trial game at Panther Park, and there was a young kid in the middle of the ground rucking, destroying us, and then Choco and I at quarter time said, let's just rove to him. I think you were about 18. I don't know if you remember it, playing against us.
I do remember it. I remember it well. I remember it mainly because Choco, who had done everything that he'd already done in the game, was just screaming and berating his players as a player. There's no doubt that he was going to become a coach.
That was Choc.
He was in flat-out coach mode.
Oh, dear. He would have been scaring not only you blokes, but us as well.
Good memory.
Hey, mate, all the best at Glenelg, Doc, for the season coming up. We know you've got the credentials to do it well, and I'm sure everybody down at the Bay will welcome you with open arms.
No worries, boys. Have a great year. We'll hopefully catch up along the way.
Absolutely. That is Matthew Doc Clark taking over the job at the Tigers.
He'll do a great
job. I think already in good hands.
Hot off the press.
So just an eye to the tennis at 21 after 5. Zverev has just won the third set in a tie-break. So very close encounter at the moment. But Carlos Alcaraz has had to take some pickle juice. He's needed something to get his body going again because he was stiff as a board.
Well, on the inside of his right thigh, I think you'd say, right up the high groin area, he had a massive rub for 15 minutes by the physio. He's come out, and Timmy, you said, gee, I'm worried about Zverev because he's gone off his head because he's taken a medical timeout. Well, he closed the set out. It's 2-1. Carlos is up. There was always a saying, never let your opponent see that you're sore or injured. Now, he should have done that in the rooms, made out, I'm going for a wee-wee stop or something.
Well, no, a medical timeout can be done
can be done, all that sort of stuff. But Zverev can smell blood in the water.
Well, good. Yeah, good. He has to because he can't let... when you've got a wounded lion... because that line can still bite you. You've got to be careful, don't you? You've got to put it away.
It'd be interesting in this fourth set. Carlos has all the shots. And generally when you're a bit sore or tired, you don't want long rallies.
He's just going for the shot.
He's going to just go for it. So he's either going to get him in and win, or he's going to head him just out. Zverev's going to jump over the top.
He missed quite a few there.
He did. He did.
Still keep track of that semi-final. Wow. Carlos Alcaraz 2 sets up to 1 Zverev at the moment. And Alexander, just before we check traffic, has texted in saying North East Road is closed to outbound traffic between OG Road and Muller Road due to a car into a Stobie pole. Driver trapped at the moment. So, Alexander, thank you for being our eyes out there at the moment. Please avoid North East Road. Okay. Outbound traffic is closed, absolutely. Here's other roads.
Still seeing some really big delays at Darlington with the breakdown on the Southern Expressway. That's just near Seacombe Road. Leeward Gardens, breakdown's getting cleared there. The freeway up track near Mount Barker Road. And still sorting out that crash at Two Wells, Port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera, Ifold Road, Elizabeth Park. GYG have reinvented the Caesar with their new grilled chicken Caesar salad, Caesar burrito and Caesar Cali burrito. Available in restaurant, delivered or on the GYG app. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Kirkbride Seafood. They're passionate about providing you the freshest, best quality seafood in SA. They process their own fish on site. Kirkbride Seafood, Doothie Street, Unley. 5AA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's a lot to like about Mawson Lakes Mazda. They'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash. And your breakfast or lunch is on them. Your car gets the love too with their state-of-the-art service centre, brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, they'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
You can rent a little, you can rent
Business too small to be noticed by those global car rental companies? Well, you can rely on Red Spot to look after you. We love renting to small businesses because we used to be one. We're the only Aussie family-owned car rental company in airport terminals and cities across Australia. And right now, Red Spot is giving you spot-on savings of 15% off every vehicle at every location. Book direct and save at redspot.com.au/radio. T's and C's apply.
Red Spot.
Well, Friday night is Rusden night, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. The Black Gut Shiraz is on the line for your best call, and we've all been to Rusden's, and you're going
Tomorrow,
this weekend.
Big concert up at Tanunda. They got the Ice House Jimmy Barnes concert Saturday night.
Sensational. So
we're going to stay at Christian's.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, Chris Jarmer was here doing Foodie Friday, and he did this beautiful chicken salad. What did he match it with? A Rusden's.
He did.
Very, very nice little drop too. It was that was
Nice
a
little
white
white,
in
yeah.
particular, but they've got a
Called
great
the Christian,
range of
yep.
wines. Their tasting experience is brilliant, and all the people that help you out there are just amazing. So you're going this weekend. I'm going up Valentine's Day.
Oh, when is Valentine's Day?
Always the 14th of February.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
really?
it doesn't change.
Oh,
so
I don't-
maybe lock that one in your calendar.
Valentine's Day to me is a bit like Tuesdays.
That's offensive.
Imagine
nothing
Valentine's Day falling on a Tuesday.
Oh, my God, that would
Rusden's
be the
would
worst
love that.
day of the year. Look, the Rusden family, we talk about them, we brag about them because they're a real treasure up in the Barossa, and they just love the region and they promote it. 7 generations of grape growing. Christian's now the chief winemaker. Boy, can he make a good red. From the top of the shelf, sand scrub, all the way down. There's no down.
there's
but a
no
Ripper
down.
Creek's only about $25.
It's a great drop
And
too.
it is a magnificent drop. His boundaries, look, he's got everything for you. So do yourself a favour, do what we do. Take a visit to the cellar door. It is an experience. You do cheese platters and all that. Make your next red what we call a Rusden, a black guts. Right up your black guts. RusdenWines.com.au.
G'day, Flipper. What's up? The little one doing freestyle through the breakers? Yeah, that's my kid. What do you mean he's making you look bad? Sorry, mate. He's a state swim kid.
For over 50 years, State Swim has built stronger, safer swimmers through trusted teachers and proven programs. Become a State Swim kid. Visit stateswim.com.au.
This state election, it's a fit in with you thing, with more ways to vote than ever. Enrol today or check your enrolment at ecsa.sa.gov.au. Voting, it's a good thing. Authorised by M. Sherry, Electoral Commissioner, Adelaide, South Australia.
There's something about a good local. Walking in and knowing you're in the right place. That's the Piermount Group of Hotels. 8 neighbourhood favourites. The Albion, the Australasian, the Bel Air, the Flagstaff, Mansfield Park, the Stirling, the Marriotteville and the Seaton. Each with great hospitality, good food and that familiar feeling. Download Piermount's First Draft loyalty app for perks, rewards, surprises and your first drink is on them with a $10 sign-up bonus. Explore everything on offer at piermount.com.au.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 28 after 5. We'll talk Reds very shortly. A delayed start for them with the heat tonight. It's currently 39 degrees still in the city. It'll be cooler down to about 32 degrees by start time at 7:30 at the Reds game tonight. We have been taking your calls for Rusden Black Gut Shiraz. What's the word or phrase you'd like out of the sporting vernacular? Rowey's was this one that Ken Hinkley used to use a lot.
The reality is.
But did you pick up during our chat with Doc Clark moments ago? He decided to drop one.
The reality is.
The
Yeah,
reality
he did.
is.
Nah, it's crept
Come
in.
on.
It's a phrase we want out. How's this one on the text line? Totally hate this phrase. The team for all South Australians.
Is that Sayo again?
That's Sayo again. Hello, Mark. What's the phrase you want boned?
Oh, it drives me nuts when commentators describe players in the plural term. Like, for example, in the forward line, the Walkers, the Rochellis, the Thilthorpes, the Rankins. I mean, it's a hell of a forward line with just one of each. But, you know, the commentators are listing all the siblings as well.
It's a great call, Mark.
Do you know what, Mark?
Yeah.
Gary Ayres started that.
Did he?
The Wrens, the Rashudos, the Goodwins, the Edwards, like in his presses. I'm with you, Mark. Hate it. Or when you interview someone and they talk to themselves in the third person.
Can't do that.
You can't do that.
Can't do that. Jimmy loves Elaine. You can't do that.
Oh, no, that's
Not-
a Sir Lunch a lot. I love myself. Hello, Dave.
How you going, Timmy and Rowey?
Hey,
Good, my
Dave.
man.
Happy New Year, mate.
Good
You
man.
too, guys. You haven't taken sickie yet, Rowey?
Oh, hello. In actual fact, I've got this raw. Haven't I got this horse cough?
Don't encourage
Actually,
him, Dave.
I am coming down with something now that you've...
Listen, not many commentators say this, bar one is your mate KG. When his team's doing something wrong or a referee makes or umpire makes a bad decision, he says, "Strike me, Pink." Who made that up? What's that mean?
That is iconic. And Dave, how dare you not... Yes.
You know, he
That
made
big
it his
word.
own. But, Dave, I do reckon it was an old saying.
Strike me, Pink.
I do reckon it was an old saying. And
What's it mean?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Can I just have a word with you, Timmy?
Yeah, go
Okay,
for
well, I'll switch off, Dave. That's all right.
Oh, you can listen, mate. You'll be right. Listen, you know, Cornsey just rattled off about the captaincy with Butters, which I agree on him.
Yeah.
But why didn't he open his big gob when he was there?
Well, maybe he did. Maybe they did. You know, but maybe behind closed doors they sort of discussed it, or maybe
They
he
might
did.
have
He's trying to cause some trouble, mate.
He
No,
might have put
he's
that.
not.
He might have put that forward.
That is not in Chad's makeup to say something.
You're
to
on
cause
radio
trouble.
now, and they'll encourage
No, they
an
will,
opinion.
and that radio
Yeah.
station does. They don't like wood ducks, but there's one thing Chad won't do is
But there's no-
he'll speak
again-
from the heart.
Again, no harm in saying what you think, and saying
I think that was great.
what actually happened. We had 5 votes.
Yep.
I'm not going to say who voted for the elsewhere, but I'll just tell you what I voted.
Yeah.
So
nothing wrong with that.
And yeah, look.
Good. Hey. Generally, when the Australian Open finishes, the attention is all football.
Yep.
Dave's come in one day earlier.
Oh, true.
Because Dave is football.
True. Yeah.
When Dave talks, football's back.
And I listen.
Would you say that?
And I listen.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You will now. Strike me, Pink.
Strike me, Pink.
Okay,
An
look
expression
that.
of surprise, amazement,
Yes.
and wonder.
Yeah.
An Australian exclamation of surprise.
Yeah, and
There you go.
I reckon it was the saying probably maybe 70s back, and of course
It is
KG made his
KG's,
own.
and it is
Made
blasphemy
his own.
that someone would knock
And
it.
there's no harm
when
in
he
making something
goes,
your
that
own.
will be on his headstone.
Yeah.
Strike me, Pete.
True.
Yep.
I didn't see that coming. But but you.
I don't like that one either.
Yeah,
Didn't see that coming.
But
Yeah.
we'll all have something. That's his.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
You?
What would yours be?
Mine.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I think I know
No,
Rowey's.
I know mine. I want mine headstone there. Can I have a second opinion?
Yeah. Mine might be, can you feel it?
I was about to say, can you feel it? It just has to be, doesn't it?
It has to be.
All right, let's get to your headlines.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. An agreement's finally been reached with the Commonwealth on public hospital funding, which will see SA get an extra $2 billion over 5 years. A family and their pets have been found dead in a Perth home in what's being treated as a murder-suicide. Liberal MP Andrew Hastie has confirmed he will not challenge Susan Lee for the leadership. And top seed Carlos Alcaraz has lost the third set in a tiebreak to Alexander Zverev in their men's semi-final at the Australian Open. Now checking 5AA traffic.
G'day there. Crashes rolled in at Hampstead Gardens, Northeast Road near OG Road, and seeing some pretty solid delays on the map too at the moment. Breakdown still causing delays. That's also tended to a car fire at Darlington, the Southern Expressway near Seacombe Road, and Leeward Gardens, a breakdown getting sorted too, the freeway up track near Mount Barker Road. Slow going Brighton Road, Brighton with a camera, Saints Road, Salisbury Plain. Absolutely everything on sale has been extended at Freedom. Last chance to save 60% off absolutely everything. It's their biggest sale ever, must end Monday, only at Freedom. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Warm tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, heading for 32. At the moment, 39. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
We're joined now in the studio by the Leader of the Opposition, Ashton Hearn.
David Pentworthy and Will Goodings.
Walk us through your announcement about getting rid of the 100% target.
We also have the highest energy prices of any capital city in the nation.
5AA Breakfast.
From our perspective, we're just focused on affordability. We're not going going to be a government that's driven by ideology. We don't think that the renewable target from next year is even achievable.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
The latest Star Discount Chemist catalogue is packed with red-hot summer specials. You'll find Hydrolite Effervescent Electrolyte tablets, 20 tablets in assorted flavours, just $11.99 for relief from dehydration symptoms. Always read the label and follow directions for use. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help?
Left the bins out a day late? Yeah, it'll smell, but there's always next week. Missed your rego renewal. It happens, but hey, get onto it. Forgot Mum's birthday? That's dangerous. But leaving your pool to go green? That's not on. Fix it now at Pool Supermarket O'Halloran Hill, the mega store with every part, pump, chemical and toy you could need. The biggest range in Adelaide, plus free water testing. poolsupermarket.com.au. Don't leave it too late.
Gliderol Garage Doors have been manufacturing and installing garage doors direct to South Australians for over 50 years. So, if the new year's got you thinking about freshening up your home, order a new Gliderol Garage Door with operator before the end of February and the operator is free. Safety, security and style. Built to last and made right here. Call 1300 799 177 for a free measure and quote or visit gliderol.com.au. Retail customers only. T's and C's apply.
Aussie kids are active kids. Creative kids. Sporty kids. Are you a Weet-Bix kid?
No more. Ugh. No more. If you need to improve your joint mobility and flexibility, try Arbor Vitae Joint Health for the relief of pain and other symptoms associated with mild arthritis and inflammation. Arbor Vitae, it's wellness backed by science. The main ingredient, pycnogenol, has been widely studied for 40 years with more than 160 clinical trials and 450 scientific publications. For more info on Arbor Vitae's products and its own clinical study, visit arborvitae.com.au. That's arborvitae.com.au. Now on sale at all Chemist Warehouse stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Next time you need scissor lifts, boom lifts, telehandlers and forklifts, lift your game with a hire from United. Flexible hire and great rates. Lift your game with Australian-owned United equipment.
Lift your game with United.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
23 minutes to 6. I'm really looking forward to this next half hour because you know what returns for the first time this year? Timmy and Terry's Tips.
Thank you.
That'll be very good.
Time.
Terry McAuliffe
Have we got
from
a new
racing.com.
stinger?
Well, it was abandoned last week.
No.
Abandoned. The
What was-
race, mate.
It
It
was
was.
too-
It was
too
too
hot.
hot.
Yes.
Every race was abandoned. Fair enough,
Mate,
too.
horses, they need to drink and eat hay. They can't run in that heat.
Yeah.
They weren't made to run in that heat. They need to sit in the shade under a tree.
The Coolabah tree. There we go. Talking about heat, actually, and we've got some good news. It's going to be only 31.
Good.
At the start of the Reds game, and it's a big one against Macarthur. We've got the CEO on the line, Nathan Cosmina. G'day, Cosy.
Cosy.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Just had a look at the schedule, and it is 31 when the game starts, and it's going to be like a beautiful sort of 26 overnight. So I'd encourage as many to get down there as soon as possible and see a cracking game of football.
Yeah, it will be nice. We pushed back kickoff a little bit for that reason. We're in full shade at 7:35. So yeah, as you say, a little bit cooler because we obviously monitor all of this for the purpose of the players as well. And up against Macarthur, who's sitting third. Really strong team, actually. So it's a huge game for us. We go joint top, actually, if we win on points. But if we can't get the result, it's really congested around the 4 to sort of 8 region at the moment. So an old-fashioned 6-pointer.
Well, it's really important because I was having a look at it. It just feels like we're playing mini finals every week.
Yeah, that's been the league. I mean, we talk about it a lot. Last year, I think it was us early on in Auckland, but Auckland was a consistent performer and probably had the minor premiership wrapped up this time of the year. Whereas this year, they've obviously been strong. They currently sit top, but they're dropping points every second week. It's very much up and down sides that perhaps look really good in patches you think are going to, make a run at the top, and then all of a sudden they drop off. And we've done that as well. That's something we've been guilty of. We're in the middle of a stronger patch at the moment, but have had a few weeks there where we've dropped points where we potentially should have. So we've talked about it this week in terms of getting the momentum now. We're through the Christmas period, a great win against Victory. We really need to come home strong starting tonight to have a run at that top four, which is always our benchmark.
When you get to this time of the year and you don't verbalise it, you probably don't even share your thoughts. But I know coaches certainly do this, and as a player, I did it. When you get to this time, you know whether you can win it. You just know your best is good enough, or similarly, you know you've got work to do. You would know that as well, Cozzy. Do you think you're good enough to be at least top four or playoff or make the title?
Yeah, we do. We do, and we've seen it. We just haven't seen it as consistently as what we would have liked. I think Ed sort of spoke about it yesterday in his press conference. At our best this year, I think we've been. It's the best we've looked in years in terms of cohesion within the squad and going forward. Like, we've got a lot of firepower, a lot of good young kids is always the case. When we've gone the other way and things haven't potentially gelled as well as we would have liked, we've been a bit off the ball. But that is symptomatic of a lot of clubs at the moment, and we just feel as though on the back of that Victory result, even last week in Brisbane, a really positive story, and I was at the game, phenomenal vibe within the playing group after. I think that belief's starting to build. The start of this year was a new coaching group, a lot of new players, and I think we're starting to get that cohesion that builds consistency. So again, hopefully it starts paying dividends tonight, because we've been quite good at home this season, and we want to keep it that way.
Consistency can come from continuity and a starting 11. Tough selection for the starting 11. I wouldn't want it to be the coaches. That front third, God, you've got so many options.
Yeah, and we had the Ollie Roos boys come back last week. And obviously Yaya came on and did really well. He's been a standout this year in terms of, I think he might be second in the league in assists. So yeah, that's where we've got good options, and it does give us flexibility. And you've seen it again the last few weeks with one Muniz coming off the bench and 2 assists for 2 match winners. We've got competition for spots. And I think Yaya actually was talking about that earlier in the week, but then also it gives you options off the bench where we can change a game late if need be, and that's happened the last 2 weeks. So good problem to have. Hopefully breeds a bit of competitiveness within the group, and as we keep saying, drives in some consistency now for the back end.
Certainly does, because you mentioned that home record, 5 wins from 7 games. It's really important to protect your home, but also make it a bit of a fortress for opposition.
I think it is here now. It definitely felt like that the last few games. Everyone says, we will proudly spruik it. It's the best football stadium, arguably the best sporting stadium experience in the country. And we want clubs to come here and feel as though they're at an away fixture. This is not somewhere they're in a footballing sense. They're not welcome, and we want them to feel as though they're in for a real battle every time they come here. And I think you've seen that again with Victory and the crowd, and just the atmosphere was unbelievable here a few weeks ago. And it's been good that we've been consistent with that for most of the games. We've sort of had one poor one, but the rest every game we've probably, if not only the Brisbane one was an unlucky loss, but we're definitely creating that, and fans play a big part, and the atmosphere and crowd's been really good this year, so we're thankful for that as well.
Young Brodie Burkett, we saw him in only his second game, and in the second half get a hat trick. We spoke to him during the week and actually enjoyed the chat. He was quite a chirpy young fella, but I said to him, the goal I loved the most was Yaya's ability to cross back in and assist. He knocked it in, and he went straight up to Yaya to say thank you. And I said, that's always a really good mark of respect, one, for the setup, the teammates, everything else. You finished. But to get straight to your teammate, I said, that's a really good sign. And I think it's being encouraged, isn't it, amongst the group?
Yeah, and Brodie fits that mould. He's I think that's why he's where he is at such a young age. He was a kid that came from Seaford Rangers, stopped off at Bacalla for a year in the State League before he made it into our NPL reserves team. So has really had to graft his way into a professional contract, and I think that's what the coaches really like about him. His work ethic's phenomenal. He is chirpy, as you say. He's got that real sort of South Aussie demeanour about him, I think, which is, again, a little bit of a challenge for defenders because he's always up and about. He's in your face. You just see the goals. He's just always sniffing around, and his energy is infectious. So a good, start for him. First 2 games will still be better than what anyone had hoped in terms of a hat-trick last week.
Unreal.
And again, just something, I think he'll probably continue to bide his time off the bench. Not going to throw him in the deep end too early, but you bring him on and, you're a chance, much like young and under a few years earlier. Just gives you a different dynamic off the bench, and he definitely had a good start to his professional career.
Nathan Kosmina, Reds CEO, big game tonight. Get down there, pack the joint out. It's against a team that we need to be in MacArthur. Hey, our call topic today was a fun one. It's what word or sporting phrase do you want out of the vernacular? Have you got one that springs to mind, Cozzy?
Oh, no, you'd have to give me some examples.
Well, I can do that.
No, I've probably said 3 or 4 of them on this call.
Okay. Well, in actual fact, you have. So mine was Ken Hinkley, and every presser would do this.
The reality is,
The reality is, and Cozzy, you might have had some reality.
So an old-fashioned 6-pointer.
Or an old-fashioned 6-pointer.
There
that
it is.
We can get rid of that.
Yeah. Come on, Cozzy.
Sport-specific. I don't know if it's an 8-pointer in the AFL, but put that on my
spot on.
my list.
That's spot on. Hey, look, good luck tonight.
Have a ripper, Coz.
Hey, Cozzy, before you do go, and I'll see you tonight, a shout-out to one of your major sponsors, 1,5. They were involved in that terrible South Road fire, and they do solar air conditioning and the like. They sort of said, look, business as usual.
Yes.
If you want to use their services, you can, but they've been good supporters of the club, haven't they?
Yeah, they have for a very, very long time. So Danny and Wayne down there, previously under the Cosco brand, South Australian guys, supported the club almost as long as I've been here. We're getting close to 10 years.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, at South Road there, the whole building went down. So, yeah, we're working with them now. We're going to run a showroom event here next Saturday with them as well. We've moved it from their site at Regency to on my club for next Saturday. So, great, been an away shirt sponsor this year. So, really good guys, and encourage everyone, if you need that time of year in particular, you need some aircon upgrades or solar, give the 1,5 guys a call.
Well done, Nathan. Really appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, boys. See you soon, Timmy.
CEO of Adelaide United, Nathan Kosmina, our guest. And isn't that fantastic, supporting your sponsor like that and getting right behind them? That's what it's all about.
This semi-final between Alcaraz and Zverev is extraordinary. So we're into the 4th set now. It's Alcaraz leading 2-1. The 3rd set was dropped by Alcaraz only because he started stiffing up. He had a cramp and a groin issue, which he needed a medical timeout for. Zverev won 7-6 and a tie-break in that 3rd set. It's now on serve. Alcaraz is somehow playing winners like you've never seen.
He's just going for
He's hardly moving around the court. It is extraordinary.
He's doing it.
He is swinging like a rusty gate, because that rusty gate's quite good with a bit of CRC in it. They're going in.
So he's finding a way.
WD-40.
It's a good lead into Sinner and Djokovic, the other semi-final tonight on centre court. 13-6. Here's traffic.
Really big delays at the moment due to that smash at Hampstead Gardens, Northeast Road near OG Road. Delays clearing with that car fire and breakdown at Darlington on the Southern Expressway. And 2 Wells got a crash still getting sorted. The current truck port Wakefield Road near Brooks Road. Camera Barley Terrace, West Lake Shore. Go Harvey Norman, up to 60% off Australian-made Beauty Rest mattresses in their end-of-line stock clearance. Last chance, while stocks last, race into Harvey Norman today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Live Golf Adelaide is now 4 days of action. Feb 12 to 15 at Grange Golf Club. See world-class golfers including Bryson DeChambeau, John Ram, Dustin Johnson and Australia's own Cam Smith go head-to-head in 4 days of high-stakes golf. Shotgun starts, fan village fun and live music. Tickets on sale now for Thursday the 12th of February at livegolf.com or keep it on 5AA to win your way there.
Some things need an emergency department, but if you're umming and ahhing on what to do, it might be more of an emergency. If you're unwell and unsure what to do, call Health Direct on 1800 022 222 and a registered nurse will help you find the best care for you. A message from the Government of South Australia.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong, at home. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there's no place like home. Let us help you stay where your heart is. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
CMAX Clinical Research is seeking healthy volunteers to join a clinical trial that could help advance the future of metabolic health. If you're aged 18 to 65 and generally healthy, you might be eligible to help study a potential new treatment for metabolic syndrome. Spend 8 nights at CMAX in Adelaide CBD, attend 1 follow-up visit and get paid for your time. Ready to make your mark on medical research? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
Planning your next holiday? The local travel experts at Spark Travel are just a phone call away. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Spark Travel, where the journey begins with a conversation. sparktravel.com.au.
The Adelaide Showground Farmers Market has a producer's guarantee. Everything is produced by the people selling it, so it's all local. It means you know who distilled your gin, who baked your bread, whose chooks laid your eggs, and who picked your veggies. It means less food miles, reducing your carbon footprint, and your food is tastier, fresher, and often lasts longer. Join as a member at the Adelaide Showground Farmers Market to save 10% on everything all year long. Visit us every Sunday morning from 8:30 to 12:30.
There's a lot to love about Rusden Wines. Each wine is made by hand on their Vinevale property in the heart of the Barossa, and every bottle has a story to tell. Like the Shiraz Cab Blend, Ripper Creek. It'll hit you like a hip and shoulder in a velvet suit. Big, plummy punch up front. This cab brings a bit of backbone, and the finish is all cigars and serious business. The Rusden family, 7 generations, great growers. So next time you're up the hill, drop into the Rusden cellar door and make your next red a Rusden.
The latest Star Discount Chemist catalogue is here with red hot summer specials. Discover Melrose Organic Green Biotic Gut Support Blend, 195 grams to support intestinal-friendly flora. Just $26.99. Always read the label and follow directions for use. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help?
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
9 minutes to 6. Very soon after 6 o'clock, we're going to speak to the Noarlunga Football Club president and vice president because the club is in some desperate need. They have players walking out. They are basically on their knees as a football club right now. So a Southern Football Club, the Shoes have been around for a very long time. We want to help them out.
1897, I think, established.
So Bill Sheehan and Ashley Griffiths to join us after the 6 o'clock news, a local story to follow. And before we get to Terry McAuliffe, an update in the tennis as well. Zverev and Alcaraz are going toe-to-toe at the moment in the semi-final. 3-2 up Zverev in this 4th set. Alcaraz moving very, very proppy, but somehow stays in this contest. Has he just won it? He was down 40-15 in this game, and he somehow won it through juice, and it's 3-all. This is extraordinary how Alcaraz has kept in this game.
Well, he's that much better. He's on one leg, basically.
Zverev's playing incredibly safe.
Yeah.
He's got to go for it.
He needs to attack him.
Come on.
If he wins this, that's the gap between them.
Well,
he's on one leg and he's going to smoke him.
That's crazy. And this is the world number 3.
The 4th. Yeah, he's unreal. Let's go to racing.
Timmy and Terry's tips.
Yes, racing.com. The old team are back together. It's Tim and Terry's tips. You beauty. Terry, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, boys. Nice to be back as well.
Where was your overseas jaunt? You went off and checked out many a stable over there?
Yeah, spent 16 nights in England, predominantly in London, but had a great time, boys, and did some nice things. Got to the races at Ascot. Of course, we know it as Royal Ascot come the middle of the year, but went there for a jumps meeting there, and I was just telling Blake off air, we supposedly had tickets for the Arsenal-Liverpool game, which turned out to be fraudulent tickets. We did get our money back, but we got stopped at the turnstiles, and Thankfully, it was a 0-0 draw, so I didn't miss an absolute belter or an Arsenal victory. But, yeah, extremely disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Bloody, I tell you, those scammers are unbelievable.
They would have been Russians.
Oh, not necessarily.
No. Would you dump that?
Absolutely, you
We
can't accuse people.
They are the hackers of the world. We know that they changed the American
people
bloody...
everywhere. Anyway, okay, let's get into
Tez.
Morphettville now. Terry, sadly, last week it had to be abandoned, and that was understandable with the conditions. It was way too hot. But this week we'll have around about 30 degrees, so it should be all systems go.
Yeah, and we obviously lost the whole program last Saturday, so they have put a few of those races on the program tomorrow, including the feature race, the Durbridge Stakes. So we've now got an 11-race program.
Yes.
So it's going to be a big day for Johnny and I there tomorrow at Morphettville.
Working hard. So let's help out our listeners. Let's get a winner or two.
Now, I'm going to rely on the great John Kelton tomorrow, boys, because I'm still catching up with the form, to be brutally honest. I'm still doing videos and catch-up and whatever may need to be required to help myself try and be as good as I can tipping to the FIVEAA team. But Johnny's three best tomorrow, he likes race 6, number 6, World's My Oyster.
Mm-hmm.
In the feature race, the Durbridge, he likes, that's race 8, number 9, Prairie Flower. She won the Durbridge last year, so she's going for back-to-back. And the other one he likes is race 10, number 5, Mike Drop from the Will Parkin stable as well. So I've got to say, in the Durbridge, I'm really intrigued by the race tomorrow. It looks a really good race. I'm hoping Sharippa can bounce back and find his best form. And I like the engagement of Campbell Rawilla, who's actually had one ride on Sharippa. It was a long time ago. It was May 2023, and that day Sharippa actually won. So, look, he's been in the wilderness of late, but he's a very smart horse, and hoping he can bounce back tomorrow for Shane and Cassie Oxlade.
Fair enough too. Yeah, I knew that JK would have gone Mike Drop. We had it, both of us had it last week, and of course it was abandoned, so didn't get to run. So that's a good tip. Well played. I'm going to add race 7, number 10, Mrs. Pennycracker. Nice name.
Yeah, for Aaron Bain and Ned Taylor.
Yes.
It's been going pretty well for the stable as well, and yeah, it's certainly there with a good chance.
It's consistent, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. My word, it is. It's won a couple of races since joining the Bain-Taylor stable, so it's there with a nice each-way chance. Probably be reasonable odds, wouldn't it, Tim?
Yeah, it's probably sitting around the $6 mark. The other one I do like, again, with Mike Drop, obviously, in race 10, but just in each way in the Durbridge, I think it's going to be reasonable value. Fast Bubbles. Any chance whatsoever of running a place, Terry?
Oh, a terrific win first up, and this is a much improved horse. He's actually part owned by the race caller, Tim Edwards, so Tim's had some fun in recent time. I think he's won, I'm going to say 5 of its last 7 starts, and normally Tim's been behind the microphone and just about been jumping out of the box. So, yeah, look, good win first up, and I think he's certainly worth a shot in the Durbridge. He's earned a shot at a race like this, so I'm sure he'll run well.
All right, we'll pack that up for tomorrow. Morphettville, first race 11:25, 11 race card because we have to make up a couple of races from last week. So it should be a great day, Terry.
Yeah, it will be. And can I just say good luck to the couple of other clubs with cups tomorrow. Sejuna have got their cup on the West Coast. And
excellent.
It's Strathalbyn Cup Day on Sunday.
Beauty.
As we know, it's a beautiful part of the world, Strathalbyn, so it should be a ripping day there. I'm actually going to be at Camden.
Oh, you are?
Calling the Camden Classic, but Johnny will be there at Strathalbyn covering all of the action for racing.com.
Hey, just before you go, Tez, what's a word or a sporting phrase you want out of everyone's vernacular?
What, not allowed to use?
Yeah, well, like this game's worth 8 points. It's never worth, 110%.
It's all about the journey.
Reality is, Tez, reality is, all that stuff. You got one?
Offence, defence.
I know in racing they hate it when people say about a horse they think might win, it's an absolute moral, because that normally just puts the kiss of death on it. Absolute moral. As soon as you use the M word, done. Trouble.
There you go.
Great call,
have a
Terry.
good one. Racing.com.
Terry McAuliffe.
Okay, let's go to Warren. Take us through to the 6 o'clock news, Big Wazza. What phrase do you want boned?
I only want the wine, mate. That's the only reason I rang for. No. I don't like there's 3 I don't like. One is we weren't lucky today. There's no such thing as luck. Take it out of the equation.
Yeah,
Take luck out of it.
Yeah.
And also, oh, gee, we were competitive, weren't we? But you lost.
Yeah.
You're competitive. What are you going to be competitive for 24 games and finish on the bottom with 0 wins?
That's like getting a participation
Medal ribbon. Yeah, spot on. Nah, like
you
your
finished
attitude was
fifth out of 5. You get a little ribbon.
Well done. That's great.
Nick off.
Yeah. I remember my eldest daughter just started playing netball. She's probably about 10.
Yeah.
And her coach said to now, girls, I want you all to enjoy the game, but guess what? We enjoy it a lot more when we win.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's exactly right.
That's
All right, so we got to award this Rusden Blackguard Shiraz because we are out of time for calls. So I've written them down. These are the ones I think are probably the top 5.
Okay.
So I want you guys to tell us who you like.
All right.
Mark from Summertown said when you use plurals, so the Walkers, the Thilthorpes, the like. What about Steve from Largs Bay? 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yep.
When you agree with something.
That snuck in.
Jimmy said, my truth. Doesn't like the my
Didn't like
truths. Yuri was going off about the one percenters.
Steve said processes.
Yes.
Earlier. Errol said stand.
Yep.
Stand.
Gary said it is what it is. It just is.
I reckon Mark plurals for me.
I like Mark plurals.
Yeah.
The Genevers, the Junipers, the Rose,
too many of them anyway.
The Tuggers.
Don't start adding to it.
All right, Mark, it is.
Congratulations.
Congrats. You've got yourself a Rusden Blackguards. Of course, they are in the Barossa Valley, Rusden Wines, home of the Blackguards, rusdenwines.com.au. We'll get you to the news, and then we'll talk footy next.
The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Warm tonight and partly cloudy tomorrow, a high of 32. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. Billions of dollars will be pumped into SA's public hospitals after an agreement was reached at National Cabinet today. The deal was struck after continued lobbying from the states for a better funding deal. An additional $2 billion of federal funds will be provided to SA's health system over the next 5 years. Acting Health Minister Blair Boyer says they'll now look at how to spend it.
We need to make sure that it is put where it is most needed, where it can do the best work to alleviate the pressures that the system is under. And obviously, bed block and its contribution to ramping are very much front of mind for South Australians and for the government as well.
4 people have been found dead in what police believe is a double murder-suicide in Perth's western suburbs. Jack Fenwick reports.
Emergency services were called to a home on Mott Place around 8:15 this morning. Officers arrived to find a 50-year-old male, a 49-year-old female, 2 teenagers and 3 pets deceased. Police say the boys, aged 14 and 16, both experienced significant health challenges. They say no weapons have been found, there are no signs of a violent incident occurring, and a note was discovered at the home. The investigation is continuing.
Liberal MP Andrew Hastie has sensationally pulled out of the Liberal Party leadership race. In a statement, he says after consulting with colleagues, it's clear he doesn't have the support to become leader. Fellow Conservative Angus Taylor's not expected to launch a challenge after warning his spill would be self-indulgent. While another state Labor minister has quit only weeks out from the March state election, Arts Minister Andrea Michaels is returning to the legal profession after 7 years in politics.
I've always said when people ask, do you miss the law? And I've always said yes. So for me, it's a combination of having time with the family, going back to the law.
Another $158 million will be poured into Victoria's bushfire recovery effort. Stephanie Wacklewick reports.
The funding from the state and federal governments will go towards clean-up programs and emergency recovery programs to support businesses and local governments. More than 1,550 structures have been damaged by bushfires, including hundreds of homes, with 4 major fires still burning across the state. Conditions have been favourable, but the major concern for this weekend is strong winds, temperatures in the 40s and the threat of dry lightning.
Protests will take place in Sydney, Melbourne and Perth on Sunday to oppose the Israeli president's visit to Australia. Activists are demanding Isaac Herzog's visit be cancelled, citing the UN Human Rights Council's finding he incited genocide in Gaza. And organisers of the Australian Grand Prix are back in court fighting a $3 million legal payout over Robbie Williams' cancelled concert during the pandemic. Lawyers have argued the event would have been shut down anyway, but a previous judge ruled the decision was made prematurely by race officials rather than a government health directive. Turning to FIVEAA sport, and the semi-final showdown between Carlos Alcaraz and Alexander Zverev has been pushed to a fourth set at the Australian Open, with Alcaraz leading 2-1. Games are going on serve in the fourth, while Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner will tonight go head-to-head in the other spot in the decider. Jordan Tunbridge will be courtside.
It's the old king of Melbourne Park, Novak Djokovic, against the new king, Jannik Sinner. Djokovic is fighting to stop history, with Sinner chasing a third straight Australian Open crown, a feat last achieved by the Serbian himself. At 38, Djokovic is under pressure, having lost 5 straight meetings with Sinner, including semi-final defeats at Wimbledon and Roland Garros last year. His run here hasn't been smooth. 2 walkovers helping his cause, the latest while trailing 2-0. And then there's Sinner. The 24-year-old has been ruthless, dropping just 1 set all tournament. Tonight, legacy meets momentum. 1 spot in the final on the line.
Brisbane Bullets import Terry Taylor's been handed a 1-game ban after putting Adelaide's Nick Rakocevic in a headlock and sparking a brawl during this week's game. Taylor was charged with unduly rough play. He accepted the 1-match suspension with an early guilty plea. Rakocevic was charged with unsportsmanlike behaviour. He'll serve a 1-game ban and cop a $585 fine after his early guilty plea. Other players and coaches have also been slapped with fines over the melee. The 36ers are preparing to play South East Melbourne Phoenix tomorrow afternoon. And Adelaide United will be hunting a 3rd straight win tonight when they host Macarthur FC at Coopers Stadium. The Reds are currently 5th on the A-League ladder but are only 3 points off top. The game's start time's been pushed back half an hour due to the heat, while the women's game has been moved to tomorrow. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Hampstead Gardens got stonking delays due to a crash Northeast Road near OG Road. Take some extra time. We've got to head that way tonight. Darlington, good news with the breakdown clearing the Southern Expressway near Seacombe Road, but it is slow going Brighton Road, Brighton. Camera look out for Days Road, Ferryden Park. Go Harvey Norman, up to 60% off Australian-made Beauty Rest mattresses in their end-of-line stock clearance. Last chance, while stocks last. Race into Harvey Norman today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A warm night and then partly cloudy tomorrow, a top of 32, partly cloudy on Sunday, 25, sunny on Monday, 30 and 31 for Tuesday. At the moment, 39. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you, I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, passengers have told of the moment their Qantas flight landed at Adelaide's Edinburgh Air Force Base because of wild winds. Power and gas bill relief on the way for some concession holders. Plus, a 36er star suspended over an on-court brawl with Brisbane. Don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
Cunard's triple onboard spend sale is on now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Sail in timeless elegance on board a Cunard Queen and discover iconic destinations across the Mediterranean, Europe, Alaska and beyond. Receive up to US $1,490 onboard spend per couple to use on indulgent dining, spa treatments, shore excursions and more. Offer ends 30th of March. Phil Hoffman Travel voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency in 2025. Visit pht.com.au.
It all started in the back shed. Maybe it started early or late. Either way, the Olympic Industry sale means there's no need to wait. With big savings on our entire range of SA-engineered sheds, garages, carports and verandas, you can afford to start something big, tough or tasty in your own backyard. Start something with the Olympic Industry sale. On now.
It's 11 o'clock, Saturday night. The power's out in your street, no lights, just quiet. Then you hear it. The dull thud of music coming from number 8. You draw closer, wondering, how? The door opens. You're invited in. With Solar Power Direct home battery storage, life goes on. Even when the power's out. solarpowerdirect.com.au.
School's back.
Coles, we'll help you get back to routine with free click and collect. Simply spend $50 or more and we'll do the shopping for you. Shop online or in the app at Coles. Excludes rapid click and collect, direct to boot, available in select stores.
School is almost here. But living in poverty means 8-year-old Ava doesn't have the essentials every child deserves. Don't let poverty take another school year from Ava. Sponsor a child today. Search the Smith family.
From the creators of the hit show 27 Club comes 2016, premiering this Adelaide Fringe. With music from David Bowie, Prince, Leonard Cohen, George Michael and more, this electric live show reclaims the year that legends were lost and history was made. With iconic songs brought to life by an all-star band featuring Dusty Lee Stevenson, Jaron Jay and Kylie Ordus from the Bamboos. 2016 at the Fantail Gluttony, Feb 19 to March 9. Tickets are selling fast, so get yours now at adelaidefringe.com.au.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 9 after 6. We're going to talk South Australian athletics very soon. The Camden Classic played out on Sunday, so we'll speak to Kim Steer, the president, very, very shortly. There is an amazing semi-final happening at the moment. Alcaraz and Zverev are 5 apiece now, even though Carlos is wounded in this 4th set. So Zverev is down 2-1 at the moment, but he's fighting. He had a chance to win the 4th set right there and then, but Alcaraz is really lapping up this opportunity.
Just a local story, and a bit sad. I got a phone call from a great mate of mine, Andrew Jarman, as you did, and he's passionate about the oh, you do, the Southern Footy League. Well, Noarlunga Footy Club, it's a heritage club, has great history, and hopefully a great future. They're established in 87. They've won 11 senior premierships. 1897. That's what I mean. They're fantastic. Look, I think they've got some financial struggles. In short, I think they need help, obviously. Joining us is Bill Sheehan, the president, and Ashley Griffiths, the vice president. Guys, thanks for your time. I'll start with you, Ash. I spoke to you today. Just paint us a picture of where your club's at.
Oh, hey, guys. How are you? So I'll pass over to Bill, but basically I reached out to Jarzy today because not so much financial. I mean, financials are always a big driver of a club, but I mean, we've had some issues with, I guess, the rumour mill affecting us a little bit and impacting the club. So we've had some players walk out at the senior level and, you know, the rumours just going rife and affecting us and now starting to impact our juniors. So we were hoping to just get a bit of a plug out there and, you know, let people know we're still going strong. We need backing and we need your help, you know.
Well, let's speak to Bill Sheen, president. What are the rumours? Shed some light and hit the damn things on the head.
Oh, rumours about like players leaving, about age groups not being fielded this season, and age groups not being able to be submitted, which is not factual. Like from our point of view, we're going strong with our juniors and our minis program. We've had some issues at senior level with some players leaving, and really from our point, just need the community and our players and our past players and members behind us to drive this and get us back up on our feet again.
Okay, so where have these rumours come from? It's not unusual for country leagues, community leagues, hill leagues to lose players. That's just par for the course, I would have thought, Bill.
Yeah, look, the football community, I think, in general, realistically, when they see something happen, everyone jumps on it and likes a bit of gossip. But it gets to a point where it becomes damaging. So when it becomes damaging to the club, it starts to get your membership to look elsewhere because they start to try and they're a bit fearful of where we're going.
So, Bill, just give us the core message that you want to put out there and to put perhaps the other perceptions to bed and what you are doing moving forward.
For us, really, it's just to try and get the community to stop speaking on our behalf and the damage they're doing to the club. But for us in general, what we want is our membership, our players, our past players and the football community to join us for where we're at in the position at this point in time. We've got...
Rally with us.
Yeah, rally with us to rebuild our senior group. We're in a bit of a rebuild in that area. We just need people to turn the table, stop listening to the rumours and jump on board with us. We're going in the right direction. We're moving forward with strength, with a lot of changes around the football club. So it's promising and our future's going to be there. Like you said before, we've been here for 129 years. We're not going anywhere. We're definitely not going to go down without a fight.
That's right. We're not merging. We're not, doing any of those things. We're here. We're strong. Our sleeves are rolled up, and we're ready to back those that have backed us for years. Our volunteers, our past players. We love them dearly. This is a community. This is a family to us, and we back them. And we just want their backing. We'd love to see some new people through the doors, some new faces, and people to realise how special Noarlunga Football Club actually is. It's very special.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking with the president and vice president of Noarlunga, the shoes. It's one of the great things about the Southern Football League are
it's unique
the nicknames of the teams, and yours is one of those. Indeed, it just looks like you just missed out on percentage making the finals this year in the A grade. How's all the other grades? And talk to us through the junior stuff that you do have, and perhaps what you want to promote there.
From the junior side of us, we're going strong at this point in time. So, like, our 13s are really strong. Our 15s are out on the track, and our 17s have been rebuilding after a few years in a bit of a low spell with numbers in that grade. So, picking up and moving forward and working with people from the Southern Football League to make that even stronger. So, having them come through, support our coaches to support the kids. It's a program to move forward. They're our future, and that's where our investment is as a football club.
So who's your senior coach, Bill?
Sorry, what was that?
Who's your senior coach for this season?
Senior coach at the moment, we haven't got one.
Okay. Are you applying? Is because Timmy Ginnivan's available? I think Jar's just left the Cotton Divers.
Come on, Jazzy.
Oh, dear, don't be putting my name up. I want this club to do well.
So just in closing, Bill or Ash, just do a shout-out or a plea for what you're after as a great club, as you said, founded in 1897, that what you want to see for 2026.
Honestly, we'd just love to see the family pull together, honestly. I mean, anybody looking as an A-grade coach, come on board, players, juniors, absolutely, that would be my biggest plea. And I know, Bill, you absolutely back that. If we can get just a solid coach on board and just, those couple of people through the door, it's really going to save us, honestly. That's all we need to be really strong again.
Yeah, well, you know what, if there's a coach out there, aspiring coach, apply, do it. I'm very close to Andrew. I knew how much he loved that Southern Football League. I don't think he's enjoyed a coaching stint. He's been around a bit. He has. Eddie more than that, and he would sing their praises. Absolutely great. Listen, we'll keep our lines open, Bill and Ashley. If there is an aspiring coach that wants to, I'm sure they can give you a ring and go from there. And generally, you build growth from a good coach. Yeah. I think that's important, isn't it, Ash, in those communities?
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Correct.
Hey, guys, thanks very much. As Stephen just adjusts his chest.
I got emotional there.
Got a bit emotional right at the end.
Sorry about that, Ash and Bill. Well done.
We love the passion, love the enthusiasm.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Well, good luck in 2026, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And look,
our best wishes.
There's
and hopefully something
worse.
responds to that.
Probably big social media scuttlebutt and an opposition down the south saying, they haven't got a coach, they haven't got this, they haven't got that. You know what? It happens very, very quickly.
It is where social media, a viral message can take off for the wrong reasons.
So it's crap. There's no rumour.
Club's in a good position. They just want
absolutely
people to apply for senior coach.
And they sound like two very, very passionate people for their community and their club. So why would you not want to get behind it?
Well said. Get involved. 17 after 6.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Complete Comfort. If you're not sleeping well, they can help with adjustable beds and recliners, including free delivery and setup. 5AA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
This state election, it's a fit in with you thing, with more ways to vote than ever. Enrol today or check your enrolment at ecsa.sa.gov.au. Voting, it's a good thing. Authorised by M. Sherry, Electoral Commissioner, Adelaide, South Australia.
You can rent a little, you can rent a lot. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, you can rely on Red Spot to get you there. We're the all-Aussie family-owned car rental company in airport terminals and cities across Australia with a new fleet and 100% local Aussie service. And right now, Red Spot is giving you spot-on savings of 15% off every vehicle at every location. Book direct and save at redspot.com.au/radio. T's and C's apply.
Red Spot. Shane from Drummond Golf, you've taught us blokes a thing or two about the game.
It's been a pleasure to help you, Rowey.
And I'm your favourite student. Surely I'm better than Timmy and Rennie.
I don't want to get into details.
Come on, it's me, isn't it?
It's me, isn't it?
Hey, mate, I'm right here in the room. And I'm right behind you. Come on, easy.
Oh, you're a good one, aren't you?
Come on, boys. Let's just settle down. I've seen you all swing. But, fellas, in all seriousness, it's not who's the best. It's about the love of the game.
Drummond Golf. For the love of golf.
Whether you're kicking goals today or your prime was back in the day, you can rely on complete comfort every night. Their beds are built with active zones you can adjust in seconds to ensure your body gets the right support and you can get a more restful sleep. They look like your average bed, but they're far from average. And if you're regularly being sent off for snoring, it can help you with that too. Visit completecomfort.com.au or visit the Wayville showroom to experience complete comfort beds for yourself.
Do you experience seasonal allergies? If you're aged 18 to 55 and are otherwise healthy, CMAX needs your help. You might be eligible to take part in a clinical trial involving a potential allergy treatment. Participants will spend 5 nights at CMAX in Adelaide CBD, attend 11 follow-up visits and get paid for their time. Be part of research that could potentially make allergy season easier for everyone. Interested? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
Okay, first day back in the office and there's already goss. Ooh, KFC have just dropped the hot and crispy wrap for only $3.95. Juicy. Oh yeah, and Steph and Darren got caught in the kitchen. KFC, FLG, not everywhere, not forever, pick up only.
This summer, keep your whole home fresh and cool with the new ducted evaporative cooling system from Mannix. Evaporative cooling is energy efficient, delivering fresh, clean air through every room without high running costs. If you need to change your old unit to the latest model or even replace your current system completely for a reverse cycle system, see the team at Mannix for a free evaluation. After 60 years, South Australians trust Mannix. Get a free quote today at
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
20 minutes after 6, fourth set of the semi-final. Alcaraz and Zverev have gone into a tie-break now in this fourth set. Extraordinary stuff. Zverev wins this. He can get it to a fifth set. Alcaraz wins it. He's into a final. Close watching at the moment at Rod Laver Arena. Sinner and Djokovic are up next tonight, so lots of primetime viewing to come. Let's get to our next guest.
The Camden Classic Carnival is back and better than ever. This year marks, how's this, the 46th anniversary of the Carnival of the 400-metre Camden Classic men's and women's clashes. Our president is Kim Steary, joins us now. Kim, Happy New Year, and how's that 46th running?
Oh, mate, I ran in the first one. Shows how old we are now, doesn't it?
Hello, how'd you go?
I didn't win it, but I can remember the first couple I ended up running up against the famous Al Green and a few other good runners there. So it's a really well-respected, long-term race, and it's one that people would love to win because you just get that one on the shelf and it goes straight to the pool room, those sashes. Yeah,
they do. $20,000 in prize money as well. Yep. 400 metres, we concentrate on that. As footballers, it was our worst distance. God, did we hate the 400.
Tough run.
Well, it is. You know, you got that. It's okay. You feel magnificent for the first 300. You think you're going to just fly home, and all of a sudden that lactic kicks in and it feels like you got two pulled hamstrings at the same time. But these blokes, these guys that run, and the women that run these events, they train for it. You know, nothing for them to do half a dozen, very solid run outs and more on a training session. So they're ready to go. No, you'll see some really high quality performances this week at Camden. Give us some favourites. We've got some beauties in the men's 400. Ryan Atkins, real quality runner. He's just run his PB, 46.39. I think he's right in it off a mark of 14. Johnny Evans just won stall this last year. He's running off 15. Got pulled back a bit for that win, but high quality. Charlie Hilliard, I really like him. He's a great runner. He's off a front marker. He's the rabbit out the front, and he will give them something to chase. And, you know, I don't know whether he's the absolute favourite, but he'll be amongst there. Probably two more. This year's Bay Sheffield winner, Xavier Poole. You know, he's off 21, and if he can put two together, and that might be the question, you know, having a sprint background, whether, you know, he should be in it. Luke Simpson from under Paul Young, in the Paul Young stable, state 400 champion, he's in it. So in the men's, lots of really good quality runners. And it's a tough race because there's no lanes, you know, and you've got to get around them or through them, whatever way you choose.
Yeah. Kim, so it's 400 metres. When you say off a marker of 21 or 14 or 15, is that 415 metres or it's 15 metres? How's it work?
Yeah, it works the other way.
The other way.
So if you're off 15, you'll be running 385 metres. And so, you know, you expect some of the times to be quicker than they run from peg, what we call peg to peg.
Yep.
But, look, and I think the big difference is there, as I said, rather than going in lanes where, you know, you've got the freedom of running by yourself, here you've got to, it's a little bit tactical. You're still flat out, but you've got to go round people. You've got to pick your times when you go round. You know, if you choose the wrong time on a bend, you can end up 5 yards in the bleachers, and before you know it. So it's a little bit of thinking race as well, and quite different from our 120 metre gift. This is an unusual one in South Australia. We have the 400 metre gift is the big unique thing about Camden. They just run for the big coin over the 400.
It's a full day, isn't it, with that 120, of course, the 400. You've got a 1,600 metre race as well. You've got handicap races. It's all happening, mate. You've got a full day's activities.
Yeah, exactly. And as we've said before on the station, mate, we run it across under 14s, you know, under 18s, juniors, women, men, Paralympics, Masters, veterans. So, you know, we pride ourselves on making it accessible. And of course, the women's 400 is another one we should talk about. That didn't start in 79. We learned how to operate in the 90s, and the women's come on. There's some good runners in that one too.
Hey, Kim, you mentioned about veterans. I noticed in the 400, there's Kim McDonough. Is it true? Age 49?
Yeah, she's actually the partner, wife of the Victorian Athletic League president. Very solid runner, and she's got a mark of 60 metres, which means that, you know, if she's fit, that lactate doesn't sort of jump in at you quite so soon. So she'll be running 340. Her question is, can she hold that through the race? She's got a couple of good runners up against her. Alex Day. She's only 23. She's off 36. So you expect her to really work hard to catch her, and probably another one there that is Isabel Guthrie. She's off 7 metres, so that signifies that she's a top runner. She's an Indigenous lady from the Dungui people, ran the World University Games, medalled there, medal over 4x100, but she's mainly a hurdler, so she should find a little bit easier running it on the flat and not having to jump.
Hey, Kim, did I hear correctly? It's an open 400, so I might nominate as a 60-year-old. I'd like my marker to be 340 metres.
Yeah, you don't get
I've only got to sprint for 60, and I can take home 20,000.
You're still going to do a hammy.
No, I will. No, I will.
I think the question is, Rowey, when they catch her.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Oh,
and
good one.
Look, we have our veterans, and they you know, in these high-quality races, they tend not to enter those. But, you know, you're quite right. In the over 35 veterans, you can have a bloke who's running, a woman who's running off, you know, 140 metres. Now, they're not going to be too quick, but you still got to catch them. So
that's right.
And I should say also, I don't know, you've heard of Frank McHugh, haven't you?
Yes.
Frank he's the Camden sort of king. And for the last... 47 years. He wasn't the coach originally, but he's out there night and day knocking up a track that's equivalent to any that we run, and I'd say as fast as an artificial. So down at Camden on Sunday, 12 o'clock start time. It'll go through. Finals will be around 5:30, and He presents a track, as does his club, that's just first rate.
How good.
Worthwhile having a look if anybody's got nothing doing. Perfect weather, 25 on Sunday.
Great
and
conditions.
it's free. And it's free.
Yeah, even better.
Absolutely.
Now, I believe you've got the great Terry McAuliffe calling again.
Tezza!
How good is he? It's not even debatable. Without him, events such as the Bay, Sheffield, as Camden, as Loxton, the other races, they're just not the same. And I'd love to hear him calling in the Olympic sports field as well, or at Mile End, because he just adds a lot. You know what you're looking at. You're informed, and I don't know how he keeps up. Him and Bruce McAvey about the same. They got minds like unbelievably accurate and detailed. So yeah.
I think Tez does his best work when he's had a couple under the lid.
I shouldn't say anything, but I think you're correct.
Well, Kim, it's going to be a great Sunday. Sunday, the 2nd of Feb. This Sunday, 12 noon to 6. Get down to Camden Oval. It's the Camden Classic. It's going to be sensational. Great field. Kim, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Cheers.
That's the President, Kim Steer, Camden Classic.
At 28 after 6, Matthew Clark to join us next.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Pick a poll, any poll. All of them tell the same story about voter intention in Australia federally at the moment.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
They show that the second biggest party in the country right now is led by our next guest.
5AA Breakfast.
One Nation leader, Pauline Hanson.
We're putting a suite of candidates across the whole state.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Can you see One Nation actually getting a proper foothold here?
Weekdays from 6 a.m.
We're really focusing on what we want to do for the state.
On 5AA, always Adelaide.
Follow the lights of the Norwegian coastline on a 15-day guided tour and cruise with Hurtigruten and Phil Hoffman Travel. Experience the Northern Lights, travel by rail through Finland's Arctic wilderness, stay in a glass igloo, enjoy reindeer and husky safaris and more. Book now to save $500 per person, plus receive exclusive $800 on-board credit per person. Phil Hoffman Travel, voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency 2025. Visit pht.com.au.
We all love a hidden gem, and Thornclark Wines is waiting to be discovered. Located in the Barossa Valley, this family-owned boutique winery offers tranquility, beauty, and your new favourite bottle of wine. With sprawling gardens and panoramic views, you'll be asking yourself, why haven't I been here before? Enjoy a wine tasting customised to you, share a platter